Okay then, hey everyone, welcome to the stream. Tonight we're just going to be running through all the July releases. I'm joined tonight by Playtendo Guy, 4K Chef, Matt versus Movies, and AJ's Movie Place.
Hello.
All right then, so we'll just do some soft introductions. Nothing new for you, Pete. You may as well take us away. Do you want to give us a soft introduction and show us some of your stuff from June?
Oh, right, yeah. These are some of the things that I've picked up over June, well, highlights anyway. Got the Batman, obviously. Everybody's picked this up. I know it's quite a controversial pick, but...
Don't start AJ off. You've only been live 2 minutes.
I know some people seem to love it, some people seem not so keen on it, but I quite enjoyed it. I like the Batman Arkham games, and it reminds me quite a lot of it, to be fair. So yeah, the 3-hour runtime was a little bit too much, but yeah, that's the Batman. Also got the Mechanic here with Charles Bronson, recently come out a few weeks ago. Really enjoyed it.
Is it actually a remake of the Statham film, or is it just same title?
It's the I think the Statham one is a remake of this one. Yeah, this one came out in the 70s.
Yeah, that's what I meant, obviously.
That's Charles Bronson, isn't it?
Yeah, Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
Got it cheaper from Amazon. I think it was only about 10 quid, whilst it was about 15 quid on H&B.
Good picture quality, or?
Yeah, really nice picture quality for like an older film. It starts off quite a bit slow, but like the final half an hour, it's really good and some really good set pieces.
Happy days, mate. Happy days. Yeah, with Batman, I mean, with the 3-hour running times, have you got a superhero movie these days? If it's not 3 hours long, do you know what I mean? It's just seems to be the norm.
Seems to be a thing now.
I know, silly, but hey ho.
It's meant to be longer as well, isn't it? It was meant to have another 40 minutes or something, wasn't it? I think.
Oh God, I already had the shotgun ready, so
like almost 4 hours, apparently.
Oh God, no thanks. But, I done any more, mate? Was it just those two?
I just picked up the cheap version of Drive instead of the 18 quid second sight release, but for this 2 quid release of an older copy, it looks great.
That's the one I got. If you go in the options, it's got a remixed soundtrack by Zane Lowe, so he's replaced all the songs on it. It's not as good, mind. It's better with the 80s synth music, but if you wanted to give it a go, it's all bands like Bastille. They're not really my sort of music, but I don't know if you know who they are. Cool.
Yeah, I do know who they are, but the music in like the original cut is fantastic as it is. I think.
Yeah, you can't fault it. Oh, yeah, spot on. All right, then on to you then, Paul. Do you want to say hello and show us what you got?
Yeah. So, hello. What I've got is the Drive Second Sight Limited Edition Collector's Edition.
Pete, you're showing it the £2 there.
Now, because I'm getting new floor and I've packed everything away, so this was just lying on the top.
That was a lovely set, mate, isn't it? If you can, you know, if you don't mind dropping the buns on it, you get your money's worth. But
it is a pricey set, but it's they packed everything into this. It's just incredible. I love everything about it. I love the movie itself. It's just a good set. I think it is like nearly out of print already. I think Second Sight, they're the only one who've got copies left of it. But, that is like one of my highlights of last month, and obviously I've got that one as well, Ambulance on 4K, which is just, to me, it was brilliant. It was just a fantastic film.
Okay, so what's your views on the movie itself then? Because when it first came out, it was like completely panned by the critics. No one wanted to know, and then all of a sudden, it got this word of mouth that it's actually pretty damn awesome, and you should maybe just approach it with a Fast and the Furious type attitude.
Yeah. I didn't get to see that cinema. I wish I did now, because like it was incredible. Like when I watched it at home, it's just your typical Bay movie, but. It's just the storyline's a bit. It starts off like very like Heat, you know what I mean, like Michael Mann's Heat. It starts off a little bit like that.
Like a gun heist, isn't it?
Yeah, which was cool, and then it started going a bit like melting your brain with like the storyline. It was just stuff like plucking out plot lines and stuff from.
Trying to be a bit too complex to get that 3-hour running time.
Yeah. But they packed everything in for that run of time. You know, it was just it's just your over the top Michael Bay, but it just brings back like all those memories from like the 90s action movies and stuff, which was
maybe it's just a case with Michael Bay that we don't really think his movies are that great, but if he has a long enough break and comes back with a movie, everyone's like interested just to see what he's wasting his money on these days in modern technology, I suppose.
Well, the thing is, that was made on about a budget of $40 million, wasn't it? So,
so that's not so bad then.
Michael Bay working on the tight budget, and when he works on the tight budget, he produces something a bit better because he's not out of control.
Yeah, that's a fair comment, actually. He's got to rein it in a bit. Yeah, fair one.
Yeah.
Any more, Paul?
I like to see what he's going to do next. I know I've looked on his information movie database, and he's going to do like another robot movie, which is not Transformers, but robots from space or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I got to admit, I like his movies from the 90s. He directed The Rock, didn't he? I think.
Yeah. Armageddon, which I like to see on 4K.
First Transformers is pretty decent as well. I mean, it went a bit silly when they were on the fifth one, but the first one was pretty decent. So
I've only seen the first one.
That's the only good one.
I think maybe he gets more stick because he owns Platinum Dunes, and they remade a few horror films in the noughties, and they didn't really do very well, like the Nightmare on Elm Street one and stuff. So maybe he gets a bad rep from that. Who knows? Is that it, Paul, for your show-offs?
Yeah. I do have a few more, but they're all packed away in bags. So
keep it for your pickups video, mate. No worries. Matt, over to you, mate. Are you okay? Do you want to say hello and run us through a couple of bits and bobs?
Well, I just grabbed a few bits, to be honest. I only saw your message at the last minute, but one thing I did pick up, I've been collecting this series, which is Supergirl.
Oh, right, okay.
I've quite enjoyed these. I tried getting into the new Superman series. I know you've been watching that one, AJ, haven't you? Superman and Lois. But I don't know, I got hooked on this one, and the last couple of seasons haven't been the best. I thought seasons 3 and 4 were the best. I've just started to watch this one, and you can tell that it's kind of sort of the budget's been cut a bit, I think. It's not quite up to what the earlier seasons are, but I'm a completist, so I wanted to get I got the final one, and I managed to get this quite cheap. So I picked that up.
Pick it up,
obviously, like everybody else, I picked up the HMV version of Batman.
Stuff.
Again, I'm in a similar camp to AJ on this one. I didn't love it. I enjoyed it. I went to cinema to see it. There were certain aspects that I really liked, but then other things for me didn't quite click. I haven't rewatched it yet, so it's probably not as as much as AJ dislikes it. I'm sort of more in the middle camp. It's not the best for me, but it's not the worst. So, but I intend to watch that one, and I watched some of the special features on there. They were quite interesting.
I think to anybody who's raving about this Batman film, saying, "Oh my God, it's the best film I ever seen," I'd like them to rate where they place the Batman films, because to me, it's not as good as the 3 Nolan ones, nowhere near as good as the 3 Nolan ones. Then I'd probably put the Tim Burton ones above it, and then I'd probably even put Justice League above it. So I'm ranking it without even thinking about it, I'm ranking it 7th out of about 10 films. So can it be that great, really? I don't know. Am I
would have to with that, I'd have to agree with you. Definitely the Nolan films for me are the top.
Yeah, for sure.
I quite like Ben Affleck as the older Batman. It was nice to see that sort of more sort of ground down sort of version of, and he was a great Bruce Wayne. Yeah. Obviously, they're going to the other extreme with a very young, naive Batman who doesn't really know what's going on, kind of just finding his feet. I agree with AJ with he said about there's a nightclub scene where he goes in. Well, he makes himself so vulnerable to everybody straight away. And that kind of, you think, not quite sure on that, but I suppose they're going for a totally different sort of angle with it. And I can appreciate that. They're trying to do something different. I'm I'm not the biggest Patterson fan. He's not an actor I sort of warm to, but yeah, I would put it further down the sort of pecking order in.
Yeah,
With,
definitely, I agree.
Yeah.
Batman is only in just like is year 2, isn't it? On in this one.
I know there's a bit of sound issues with
yeah.
someone. Can anyone hear any cackling on the sound?
Yeah, I can hear some.
I know in the Nolan one, he's not.
You've got
He's not very well equipped either, is he? I don't know what year he's meant to be in the Nolan ones, Batman. Like what stage, what level?
But in the Nolan Batman films?
Yeah, because he's still learning in that, isn't he? Sort of.
You can kind of see him right through, don't you? Really, in that one, like from when he starts off as a young kid and runs off to live on the streets to try and toughen up, all the way up to when he's you know. But I love the Nolan films. I know when Playtendo guy does his streams, there's one or two guys in the chat who try and kick him a bit. Like I know not everybody likes the last part, Rises, but I mean that scene at the start when Bane is taking over the hijacking the plane, it makes my knees go like jelly. Like it's just amazing. It's just breathtaking, like some of the action in it. So I don't really know what the problem is with those, but I know Christian. They could have cast anyone as Batman in those films because they're so well made. I know people might not like Christian Bale, but
sideways.
Sounds better though, mate. So it was something to be upside down.
Sideways,
I know Christian Bale said that if Nolan said he'll make another one, he'll come back and do another one, apparently. So
I did read that. But
that'd be good.
Yeah, I don't really think he needs another one now, does he really?
Yeah, I think it was because of Christian Bale, like they ended it because he said, "Oh, I don't want to make no more." So Nolan was like, "Oh, fair enough."
I'm one of these people who don't like to see things dragged on because when things start running out of ideas and they just cash cows, it ruins what came before. So those 3 Nolan movies on something else now, as far as I'm concerned. But I don't like a lot of his other movies. I'd rather just like when he tells a linear story, when he's sending you on a mind screw like in Inception, and he's making films where he doesn't even understand what they mean. I just think, oh God, there's no helping us then, is there really? I haven't even seen Tenet. I got it on 4K, but I haven't watched it. All right. But anyway, then is it just those who show off, Matt? Yeah. All right, AJ, we'll come on to you now. You're back in the room there, matey. If you want to say hello and run through a couple of bits and bobs.
All right. So I thought I'd go a bit different. So the Doctor Who.
Yeah, amazing set.
Nice set.
The Doctor Who from mid-1960s, isn't it? 1965. Peter Cushing. The first one, Doctor Who and the Daleks. I didn't know whether to go for this or the Steelbook. I had...
There's a £10 difference. No, there's a £20 difference, wasn't there?
It was a very expensive set. I pre-ordered both of them, not knowing, because that's what I do. I pre-order everything. And then at the last minute, I make that decision. What shall I get?
You can't miss out on anything then, can you?
Yeah, I went for that one in the end, which is a lovely set. Obviously, it's 4K. I haven't seen these for years. I haven't seen them for a long, long time, and I'm looking forward to revisiting. I remember them as a child because not only do they have that, they're outside the continuity of Doctor Who, the TV series, but there's a sort of 1950s, that B-movie, American sci-fi element to them that I just love. And obviously the second one's out later this month, so that is on my to-get list.
Peter Cushing, he's the actor that just keeps on surprising because I discovered him maybe 4 or 5 years ago through Hammer. Absolutely loved the man, the charisma on him. I didn't even know he played Doctor Who. And then he's got 2 of the best Doctor Who movies as well. I just can't wait to get stuck into him, mate.
That was the first time Doctor Who was ever seen in colour. But very good. Then keeping it, I'm going to keep it old. I'm going to go back to 1953 now. So I imported H.G. Wells's War of the Worlds.
What's the transfer like on that, mate?
Well, I haven't watched it yet. It's still sealed. But it's remastered it's a new 4K restoration. It's a Blu-ray, but it's from a 4K restoration.
Is that from Australia, that, is it?
It is, yes.
It's imprint, is it? Or
it is imprint version, yeah.
Oh, tidy. Yeah, you want it to look amazing, no doubt.
Yes. again, I've wanted that for quite a while.
Yeah, it's a film I would like to sit down and watch again. I have seen it actually, but it's a great film.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you seen the 4K? Oh, go on, sorry.
No, go on.
I was going to say, have you seen the 4K of the remake with Tom Cruise? Because that's supposed to be a good 4K. I know what I watched.
I do have that. Yes, it's a good transfer. Yes.
Cool.
I've even got.
Yeah.
I've even got the TV.
Play your subwoofer.
There's a scene when he's singing the Beach Boys. I remember that, and to his kid, trying to get his kid to sleep, and the Beach Boys is the only song he knows.
I've even got the TV series that follows on from this. There was a TV series in the 80s.
Yeah, right, fair enough. You're kicking out there, mate. I haven't heard of that either.
That went for 2 seasons that sort of followed on from the 1953 film.
They just remade a series, didn't they, not so long back with
a couple of years ago.
I didn't get into that.
Yeah. Didn't like that one.
Strange.
One job, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they done a mini-series. BBC done a mini-series. It just felt like it was edited to hell. It felt like I was watching something it felt like I was watching a massive, big TV series edited down to something small. Just didn't make sense.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think it was done during COVID, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. But they're the only 2 I've pulled aside because you only said a couple. So
yeah, no, I didn't want to waste too much time on it because I'm on my orders to be done by the time Love Island starts tonight. So
that's fair enough.
It's ruined my movie watching. Love Island is on every night, 9 till 20 past 10. I'm like a nodding dog by the time I stick a film on at past 10. I can't wait for it to end. So just to say, we got Ash in here. I wouldn't want him to think we're ignoring him. So hey, Ash, he agrees with you. Pete about the Batman game. I played one of the Batman games, Arkham Asylum, I think it was. It was really good.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Just never got the time to sort of put 12, 16 hours into these games that you need to. Can't pick them up for a quick blast these days, can you?
Yeah, they do take quite long to complete, but the Batman ones aren't too long. They only take about 10 hours to complete.
For you, maybe. But yeah. All right, then. Let's move on then. So we're going to have a look at Blu-ray.com. So hopefully that's coming up now on the screen for everyone. Hang on, I've got to do this thing. Here we are then. Cool. All right, so what's coming out then? So we start the week on July the 4th. I think what we'll do is we'll have a little look at the 4Ks maybe first and go from there. I want to start with AJ, I do, because there doesn't seem to be anything brand new coming out, but there's some Batmans there, and I know he's the oracle on the superhero stuff. So what are these by you, AJ? What do we know about these 2?
What, the 2 Batman releases?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've completely ignored them.
Right. Okay. Then. So there we are. That's fine.
Yeah, I've completely ignored them. Like the Nolan trilogy that came out last week.
Yeah.
I've just done a video that I'm suffering with Batman fatigue. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these things cost money, like you know.
They do.
Go on. Sorry.
They do. They're very expensive. 40 quid. Had they come out monthly, I might have been a bit more tempted. But to have 200 quid in a matter of 2 weeks in itself is just excessive. And it's so. And I've just recorded another video as well that will be out next Saturday about is the joy of collecting being ruined by the fact that it's just rinse and repeat the same titles one after the other with new packaging. And I do raise the Chucky in that as well.
Well, you know, like you said, this is going to cost you 40 quid. You already got the movie on 4K, so you're giving them 40 quid for a bit of cardboard and a couple of postcards. So, I see what you're saying.
I ignored them totally.
And I mean, there's no reason why new collectors can't pick up the older releases because, you know, you can get the Nolan 4K collection and stuff. So it's not if these things sell out, so...
No. I mean, these are lovely releases. Don't get me wrong. I've seen people opening them, and they look really nice. But it's just, you know, give it 2 years, and there'll be another lot.
Yeah. So these are the 2 Tim Burton ones. Are they that are coming out?
Yeah.
Ultimate Collector's Editions. All right, then. So anyone else in the chat interested in these? Paul, you're the 4K chef. You have any plans on getting these ones?
Well. Not at the minute, but I do have like the Nolan and the Batman ones, like the Tim Burton ones. I have them all separately.
Yeah.
But I seen Keith from Euphoria Pictures. He said that he thinks that there's loads of these copies, so they're not going to run out. And he thinks that they might reduce in price at some point. So I'll keep an eye on it. If they do reduce in price, then maybe I might pick them up and sell the single ones, because when they come in like a box set like that, they are nice. Nice to have. But I don't think. Maybe if they made them a bit limited, like limited numbers, maybe that would have appealed more. But
it might push you to buy it, I suppose. But if you plan on picking it up in a sale, then the more stock, the better. Really, I imagine they will come down in price. Most of them do, don't they? It's just whether you've got the patience to wait, I suppose.
Yeah. Are they just stopping that there, at them two returns and the original one, or are we getting Forever and Batman and Robin?
I'm not sure, but I won't be in a rush to buy those two, that's for sure. Matt, you got any plans on any of these Batman movies?
Well, I have seen a couple of unboxings of the 89 Batman and Returns over the weekend, and I actually quite like those. Very tempted.
So you like them, yeah, cool.
Like Paul's just said, I think because these aren't limited, I think it's worth waiting. And to be honest, I'll probably pick these up on eBay at some point for a pretty good price, I think. But I do like, I've got the Nolan trilogy 3 times. I've got them on 4K. They do look nice. However, I do think these two sets, I don't have these two on 4K. I've got the first Batman on Blu-ray. But I don't have Returns, so that's tempting because obviously I don't have these in the 4K format. I don't have Returns full stop. So yeah, the art cards do look nice, and there's a lot of black and white stills, which I think they look quite classy. So yeah, I am interested in these two. The other ones, no, I'll leave those because, as I say, I've got them 3 times already, so it's a bit of an overkill for me. But
if you haven't got them in 4K, then I suppose these are one of those releases. You're the target market at the moment. Someone who haven't got them, you may as well buy them in this sort of set, haven't you? It's the double dippers, I suppose, are the ones who are going to not be too happy with spending the bunts.
I think following on from what AJ's saying, I do think, retailers are knocking onto it. They know that us collectors are interested in this stuff. But I think as a collector, you've got to kind of think, no, let's pick and choose what really appeals to me and be happy with what you've got. You can just go down this rabbit hole and you'd be picking up so many different versions. So I'm happy with what I've, isn't it? Exactly. I'm happy with what I've got. Maybe these two further down the line with a bit of a price cut. Potentially. But
all right.
Yeah.
Pete, will these be showing up on one of your weekly haul videos in July, or?
Probably not, because I still haven't got a 4K player yet. But they're nice sets. But again, they're quite expensive for 40 quid each. Because you can get like the box set of like the 4 Batman films for like about 40 or 50 quid anyway, can't you?
You could get them in CX as well if you wanted to. Pretty cheap. They're popular title. You'll see about. They look wicked, right? There's no reason not to have them.
They're definitely nice sets, but
Christmas.
So what do you get in them?
Yeah,
you get
Christmas. I got mine at Christmas. Black and white art cards. Is it?
The artwork on the Nolan ones is fantastic, but
those newer ones, if I didn't own the cardboard collection one, I probably would have looked at those. But
so I'll tell you what winds me up about them more than anything is you get the art cards, you get a poster, and then you get a picture book, right? So it's just picture after picture after picture. Why not put a bit of text into that book?
That's very
true. As opposed to giving you just pictures. Here's some cards with pictures. Here's a book with some pictures, and here's a poster that's a picture. It's that part of it. Put a bit of effort in and put some writing into that
storyboard or something, like what Arrow did, put like a storyboard.
Yeah, make it a proper good book.
Yeah, whether it's like character bios, whether it's a little bit about the making of it, different. Do you know what I mean? Just something.
Just something that makes it feel a bit more niche and a reason to spend the money apart from the film.
Value for
itself.
money,
yeah. Well, like you say, Arrow do it. The Battle Royale one, that all had the storyboards in and all. I'm pretty sure that was really cool. But yeah, no, I totally agree. I like a good booklet when they just put pictures in there. Bit of a wind up. All right then. So let's have a look what else we got. Anything else on 4K? So Tremors. Is anybody? So it came out on Arrow. This movie did on 4K. So would this be a different scan? Do you think, or would they just release? Would they just sort of release the same different packaging?
I think it's a re-release.
Same one in Steelbook.
Same one.
Exactly, isn't it?
It's the Arrow one, just in the Steelbook, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they should nickname this week July the 4th. Stealing all your money, sort of thing, because there's not much happening so far. So, all right then. So, Paul, have you got the Arrow one? Would you be looking at this one?
I've already got the Arrow box set 4K one. I'll be sticking with that one because I don't collect a lot of Steelbooks, only if they're really cheap.
Okay.
But I'm not a fan of that artwork either. I think.
It's not the best, really. What do you think of the transfer on the Arrow one? Have you watched it? Do you enjoy it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very nice transfer. Yeah, sound is great as well. It's. I wouldn't say it's got a lot of grain. Like it does feel quite smooth looking when you watch it.
As long as it's not getting hard to hell, then that's all right, though.
Yeah, I haven't watched the previous Blu-ray, but I know it does come with the Blu-ray, I think. But,
cool.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, any eyes on this one? You got the Arrow one, or just not something you're into?
No, I'm thinking about getting probably just the standard release for Tremors on 4K because I've heard it's a very good transfer. This Steelbook doesn't appeal to me. The box set's very nice, but again, it still seems to hold its value very well. So I'll probably pick up the standard Amaray, but get it for a decent price.
I think the other one I've seen for about £17. It goes up and down whether there's a sale on or whatever. But if you hold your guns, you will get it for about £70 on the standard.
You got Prime Day coming up soon as well. So
that's true. Yeah.
So is that a sale or is it just free delivery?
It's a sale.
Sale. Yeah.
It's a bit like a Black Friday thing, but in the summertime, just for Amazon.
Oh, right, okay. Sorry, I'll have a look at that. Pete, have you got the Arrow one? Any intention of getting this?
I got the Arrow Blu-ray box out of it, and it's a great little transfer. You get a nice booklet and a nice set, so I won't be going for this Steelbook. It kind of feels a bit like a money-grabbing object with this one. How much is this Steelbook? About 30-odd quid?
Well, it's a Zavvi exclusive. It'll probably be $29.99, I imagine, if it's just a film.
Yeah.
Or maybe, it won't be any more than that. It's not like a box set. AJ, any plans, or have you got the Arrow or not?
No, I've got the Arrow one. So again, this went ignored because I'm not double dipping again like that. I don't blame you, mates. What's the point of it? You can buy something better with the money, can you? At the end of the day, something you haven't already got. That's the way I. No, absolutely. Cool. I'll just do some comments quickly. Natural girls are in the house. Hey lads, hope you're all doing well.
Hey.
Hello.
Another one. I don't know what they were trying to do with that Tremors Steelbook, but you can barely see the title. I don't really know. It looks a bit too sci-fi, doesn't it? I mean, I suppose you could class the film as sci-fi, but I don't know. It looks a bit too spacey on that one. Someone else should. Rhodey, R.I.P. Technoblade, Legends Never Die. Pete, do you know what that is? Sounds to do with computers.
I have no idea. Let me search this up. Oh,
is that a YouTuber that died? Yeah, my son.
Yeah.
He's 13, he's into that. Yeah,
Minecraft YouTuber. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's sad that was. He died of an illness, so it wasn't anything. But we won't bring the mood down with that. So let's get back to the movies. All right, then. So I don't know if this is the right crowd for this one, but 88 Films Kung Fu movie, the 7th Curse. I don't know who would be the best person to have a little chat about this. AJ, do you watch these sort of movies, mate?
I do not know.
No. Matt?
Next.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We're still some of them.
Not heard of this one. I mean, I've got the Armour of God.
All right, cool. Yeah, Armour of God, that's got lovely artwork, yeah.
Yeah, but no, I've not heard of this one. So no idea.
No.
Well, you saw the films, Paul, or
no?
It's not 4K anyway, is it?
No.
So that's all right, Pete. Anything to input on this one? 88 films, Kung Fu?
No, not really. I don't really collect them, but 88 films do some nice releases.
We need Mike, don't we, really? We need Mike in the chat.
Yeah, I think he's already got it. I think he's already got his come in the post today.
You don't mess about that, boy. All right, then. Let's have a little look at something else. Slim pickings, I gotta be fair. Do I need to click on this? Summertime Machine Blues? I don't think so. 2005. All right, we'll have a little look at this one because it's only a Blu-ray, but the cast is pretty decent on it. I know it had a cinema release. It's not a movie that would appeal to me. If I'd seen it on TV, I'd probably skip past. But I don't know. Pete, this strikes me that you might like this film. You're a bit of a Colin Firth fan, are you? Or have I made that up?
Yeah, I don't mind Colin Firth. He's a good actor. I do want to see this film, but I'm not going to rush out and buy it day one. I'll probably just wait until it goes on Prime or it's on TV. I've heard from a lot of people it's quite boring and it takes a while to get going and nothing really happens. So I'm probably going to steer clear of this one.
It literally is mincemeat.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming this is some sort of spoof comedy. Is it some sort of war comedy?
No, it's based on true events.
Yeah, it's based on real events.
Right. Excuse my ignorance then with that. But I thought it was a comedy.
No, it's about a dead body that they utilise to they got a dead body. They set up a whole life for this dead body, a fake life, backstory life, and they dumped it off of a ship, made him into a serving member of the Navy. They put all letters in his pockets and all this sort of stuff from his girlfriend or his wife to basically get the Germans into believing the English were into something to play their hand at getting them to do something else.
Okay.
So it's all set within that sort of spy area of World War II. There's even Ian Fleming is even in it, as in, one of the people is really in, because Ian Fleming, James Bond, he in World War II, he did actually work in like MI5 or MI6, whatever one it was, during the war and the intelligence in the war. So he's actually in it as well. That real life person, if you see what I'm saying, in the context of the story. It's not a bad film. It is slow though. It's slow going. I have seen it. I wouldn't pick it up. I wouldn't watch it again. But for a one-time watch, it was all right.
Cool. Matt, something that interests you, mate? Or
no, not really. I'm not big on war films. There's a few war films that I watch and like, but no, nothing about this.
Fair enough then. And it's going to be a no from Paul because it ain't a 4K because he's a physical media snob.
Choice.
I don't. Yeah, I don't blame you, mate. Especially helps you save a few bob because you can buy Blu-rays until the cows come home. I gotta be fair.
That's what I said. Like I said on when I was on Pete's stream, I said, get asked why you just collect 4K. And I tell people it's just because there's that many Blu-rays out there. I could just go crazy. And probably
that's
sure. It would that would be it. I would just be like, I'm limited for space as it is, so 4Ks are just coming like drips and drabs. So.
You don't want to start grabbing DVDs from the charity shop as well, because then that is a rabbit hole. Open your front door there for night. All right, then what about this Chucky set then? So this is the second release, and it's come out as a limited edition box set. So now they're releasing a steelbook of a TV show. I mean, again, this is a money milker, surely.
Yes, I'm actually getting it.
That's because you're a Chucky enthusiast, or
I do like the Chucky films. I'm not big on horror, but I grew up with them. I like the TV series. It's an extension of. It is an extension of the film series. You can't watch it without having seen the films.
No, it's a convoluted plot, but I know what you mean. It does carry on.
But I did get the special edition that comes before. I've got this coming with the intention of selling the Amaray with inside the other edition, so I can slot this into that. But it is, again, and I do raise this, and I am a mug for getting into it. It's yes, they announced this at the same time as the other edition.
Yeah.
Okay.
But 2 months later, why?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? And if you go onto Amazon, if you actually go onto Amazon and look at this release and look at the specs for it, it does actually say this fits lovely into the other box to make it a perfect edition. And again, but like I said, we're all mugs at times, so there you go.
That's it, isn't it?
I'm part of the problem, but my intent is to get rid of the Amaray within the other one, get a bit of money back. But I've got this one coming because I do like it.
Cool. Anyone else? Pete, have you got the other set, or have you getting this one, or have you seen the show?
No, I haven't got the set, but I've seen about 6 episodes of the show. It's all right. I'm not the biggest fan, but I've got to finish the other 2 episodes first. But if I did go for it, I probably wouldn't go for the Steelbook set because I'm not a big Steelbook fan. I only really get them when they're cheaper.
For me, I'm a huge fan of various versions of Chucky. So I like the TV show because you get that one where he's all burnt and melted in the hospital. I like it when he's all messed up, not when he's he is in the original, I suppose. So I did like the series.
Yeah. Have you seen the NECA toy that they're bringing out?
The next movie coming out, did you say?
No, the NECA toy that they're bringing out in America. Shout Factory.
Oh yeah, the one that's coming with the Shout Factory. Yeah, the figure. Yeah. It looks, that's a bit. Yeah, it looks amazing. Yeah, that's probably in my subconscious when I was talking about it.
I've got the first one pre-ordered on 4K from them, but I won't go as far as that.
Problem with Scream Factory is you can get them off Amazon, but when you buy them off Amazon, you don't get the extra stuff like the posters and all that. You've got to buy them direct, and they won't deliver to the UK. So unless you got a Connect somehow, I don't know how you would do it. But have you seen this show, Paul? You into it, or?
I've seen a few episodes. I've not finished it off. Chucky isn't one of my favourites. It's not. It's up there with Nightmare on Elm Street. That isn't one of my favourites either. Friday the 13th and obviously Halloween are my top ones. But yeah. I like what they've done with this one though. It is pretty good. Like the plot line and stuff. But what AJ was saying about this set, what they should have done is they should have give you two choices of the collector's edition, one with the steelbook in and the Amaray.
That would make perfect sense. Yeah. Like they did that with Wild Things, I think, for Arrow, didn't they? Couldn't you get a steelbook limited edition set and a?
They did it with. They just brought it out with that Untouchable set as well. You can buy the steelbook or you can buy it, and I think the collector's edition was £30, and the steelbook was the same price. So it was like,
which one you get? But I need to grab that. I love the Untouchables, but it came at a long time for me because I was rinsing all my money in the Severin and the Vinegar Syndrome sales. But Matt, you like Chucky? You seen this program or not for you? Or
again, I mean, I can remember. I think I watched the first film years ago, but it's not really my sort of thing. Again, I'm not the biggest horror fan. I do like the supernatural horror, but slashers and things. For me, if I've seen one, I've seen them all. So it's not really something I'm that fussed about myself. But I mean, I've heard AJ said he's enjoyed the series. It's been a good series, follow on from the films. But no, it's just not something that's really appeals to me.
It's refreshing to hear collectors say that horror's not their favourite genre because there's so much horror in the physical media market, because most physical media collectors, when you say what's your favourite genre, they say horror. So, and I know AJ's not, horror's not number one in his list either, really. But what's your favourite genre, Pete? I know 4K Chef loves the horror.
I'd probably say horror or action for me.
Good stuff. And sci-fi for you, is it, AJ, and comic book stuff?
Yeah, pretty much. Action as well. I go across the board. I've got no, I don't mind watching a Western. The problem with horror for me, I mean, I've got a fair few horror films, but it's more of the mainstream. But the main problem I have with horror is they don't stick the ending. They don't get the landing right for me. I like a lot of setups. I like a lot of the mystery side of it, but when you get to the end and it just doesn't hit right, it's like,
There are a lot of horrors that end a bit too ambiguously or too on the nose. I admit that, yeah.
But yeah, it's not my favourite genre.
I think what it is I think that they make these horror films, and with the intention of just making the one, like back in the day, obviously when they made Halloween and stuff, that would have just been a great standalone. Like, you know, like leave you thinking, oh, you know, what happens at the end, like when he disappears, and then they bring out the sequels and stuff, and that's when it starts deteriorating.
Just get watered down, isn't it?
Because the originals pretty much are always the best ones.
Yeah,
I think then horror would have a better place, if you know what I mean. But like with the Friday the 13th, they're just milked and like the Freddy's, you know, it's just.
Yeah, and the thing is, you have such a variant on directors as well, so they're always dragged in different directions.
The only one that I watched for the first time quite recently as well, which I feel is better than Friday the 13th. It is called The Burning.
Yeah, The Burning is an awesome film. Yeah,
they only made one.
Yeah,
and it held up really well, and the ending was fantastic.
When he chops that kid's fingers off on the dock. Oh,
you got like a young George Costanza out of Seinfeld in it as well.
Yeah. But like I say about the directors, like with the Friday the 13th film, like number 6 was a good sequel, got it on track a bit. Then the writers must have gone right. Number 7, telekinesis. Number 8, let's send him to New York. Number 9, let's just have his soul taking over people. Number 10, we'll send him to space. I mean, what the hell do these studios do when they say, yeah, they're good scripts for the next 4 sequels? Fucking piss off, like. All right, so we got Rhodey here saying he can't wait for Peacemaker. So I gotta be fair, that was a wicked series. I don't watch a lot of TV shows, but I watched Peacemaker, and John Cena got no right being that funny. But anyone into it? AJ, you watching it, Comic Book Man?
Yep. I really.
Sorry, I wasn't calling you Comic Book Man, and I'm saying you're my comic book man.
Yeah, no, Peacemaker was very good, and yes, I will be getting it. It was. Yeah. It was very, very good.
Yeah, it was good. Fair play. Anyone else enjoy it, Pete? You seen that Peacemaker?
I haven't seen that one yet. I keep meaning to, but I'll probably pick it up when it comes out on Blu-ray. But John Cena's Peacemaker was the biggest surprise of the Suicide Squad. I wasn't expecting much, but I have to admit, as soon as he appeared on the screen, I was won over. And the opening to the TV series is probably the best I've seen in a very long while.
Oh yeah, the music at the start, it's damn hilarious, that dance, What about you, Matt? Have you watched that Peacemaker? Do you like that?
No, I've not watched it at all, to be honest. I don't really know much about it, to be fair. So, no.
Cool. Well, that's all right. No worries. Right, so I think we'll move on from Chucky then. We've all had our bit on that. See if we can find something tidy. So, I don't know, really. With these last 5 years now, I'm just going to open it up, I think. If anything jumps out, does anybody know any of these films by year, these older ones? Frida, The Divided Heart? Matt, maybe that might be something you're into if you're...
No.
I don't know. No.
Yeah, none of those.
Anyone? No, that's all right. No. Two Things. Anybody heard of that? 2021?
No.
No. I'll tell you what, we'll stop on this one quickly because this is Alice in Borderland.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's a bit like, I suppose it's trying to cop onto the thing of suicide. Not suicide. What's the program? Squid Games. But I think it was before Squid Games, I've got to be fair. I think it's got like an escape room Saw type feel to it. Anyone seen it, sorry? No?
I've seen a few episodes, but it's like, I don't have Netflix no more, so I can't watch it now.
Okay, no problem. AJ, is this something you watch? You watch a lot of TV shows?
Yeah, no, I've not seen this one, though.
Not something you'd be interested in? Do you like your Asian stuff? Or
I don't mind it, if it's the right thing for me.
Do you watch Squid Games? Or
I did watch Squid Games and I liked it, and I've still got to watch. There's a sci-fi one that they done after that. A lot of the same cast members from Squid Games.
Is that the one that go to the moon?
Yeah,
I've seen it. Yeah.
Is it any good?
It's worth a watch. Yeah, it's a bit slow, but it goes all wild at the end. And it's
I keep meaning to get around to that one.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's a bit slow, but it's not what you think when you're watching it. It turns out it's all weird out. Yeah, it's worth a watch.
Spoil it.
Yeah.
Is it that other one as well? All of Us Are Dead. Is that another one that come out after Squid Games? I haven't seen it, to be honest.
I've not seen that one.
Yeah, that came out start of the year. I think it's like set in a school, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a zombie outbreak in a school or something. Anyway, Soph, sure. So hi, Soph.
Hey, Soph.
She is asking a question about is there anything you would love on physical but is unavailable? It's not that anything's unavailable, but I was having a think the other day, like, where's the Monster Squad on 4K? Like, do you know what I mean? I don't understand why the Monster Squad haven't come out. I think, Paul, what about you, mate? You must be chomping at the bit for something on 4K from your VHS days or something.
Yeah, probably. I was just talking about the other day. I would like Armageddon on 4K. I think just if they did the sound right and made it a really good transfer, it would be like, yeah. I've got a list as long as my arm.
Films pop into your head out of nowhere, don't they?
Yeah, it's up my head at the minute. Like, I would like a lot of Western, like a lot of Westerns, a couple of sci-fis, like the Abyss. I still don't know if that's coming or not. The Abyss, but there's been rumours that it's getting a 4K and stuff, but I don't know.
I don't know what the crack is with that film because people are screaming for it. You know, they're waving their money in the air. So
yeah.
What you gonna say, AJ? Sorry, mate.
Yeah, that's been going on for about the past 5 years, isn't it? Them rumours.
Yeah. I think.
Is that in True Lies in it? And both of them are like in some sort of release hell. I don't really know much about it. But...
Yeah,
True Lies and obviously the Terminator. We want the Terminator.
The Terminator. Yeah, that's one. What about you, Matt? Any films come to your mind about kind of release? Sorry, Paul, if you want to carry on.
No, I was just going to say that is like one of the big ones, the Terminator.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the Terminator, that'd be great.
Yeah, no, I'd say the Abyss for me. I mean, I've been waiting for that for so many years. You know, even on Blu-ray. I mean, I've still got the DVD, but I mean, you can watch the theatrical cut on film 4, I think, in 1080, but it's the director's cut that you want because it's so much of a better film.
Right. So, is there any way to see that at the moment? Is that on a DVD, or you can't get it at all? Or
well, I think you can. Stinky Tuna do it, don't they, DJ?
Stinky Tuna.
Yeah, I do have a bootleg Blu-ray version.
Sure, that's Stinky Tuna.
It's actually very good. It's actually looked really good.
Yeah,
I was impressed. I was impressed when I put it in. I'll say that.
Yeah,
it was the only way I could get it, so I got it like that. If they bring out a proper one, I'll replace it.
Yeah, that's it. That's always my stance with it as well. Anything on you? Anything for you, AJ? Physical media you'd like to see?
No, it is the Abyss. That's the main one. I've got to agree on the Terminator. 4K. I've got to agree with Paul. Getting Armageddon. And The Rock, maybe.
That'd be a good one.
Problem is, they're Disney.
Yeah.
They're Disney films. They're Touchstone, which is a subsidiary of Disney, and Disney don't seem to be doing too much in that. Very little in that arena.
Yeah, I tell you a film that I watched recently, which I can't remember watching, and it's a really good film. Was Crimson Tide.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I watched that. That would be nice on 4K because it's dark with in the summer. Yeah.
But again, that's Touchstone again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Disney. Yeah. It's a shame.
The thing I'll say about Disney, what a positive, is when you look at their films on Amazon, the 4Ks, they are only about $9.99, $10.99, most of them. But, they don't put no effort into the transfers, do they? You may as well buy the Blu-ray or have the Disney Plus like most people got.
Like I was thinking the other day, if I was Disney, I would be thinking about, obviously they've got a lot of content with the animation and stuff and what's going on with Disney Plus and the series that they're pumping out. It would be great if they could make their own boutique label, a second label, and focus on them sort of films. Get like a team, poach some people, and just do it that way. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's also down to the directors as well. That's another thing.
Yeah,
all about getting this director approved stuff now. That seems to be the latest thing that's going on.
in America they have the Disney Club, don't they? So I know Alan Kermit's Ghost. He often gets some like Disney films that you can't get over here. He gets it through somebody. I think it's the Movie Edge. And he gets his stuff through that Disney Club.
Subscription, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. But it's all animated stuff. It's not sort of live action, as far as I know. But
I think they've done the Black Hole.
Yeah, but you can get the Black Hole on Blu-ray, can't you?
I think that's through. No,
Disney.
It's Disney.
You can get it on DVD. I've definitely seen it on DVD.
Yeah, I've got it on DVD, but you can't get the Blu-ray.
Oh,
it's on Disney Plus, but I'm not sure about the physical media releases.
I think it's through. I think again, you can get it through Disney Club or whatever you call it. That thing you were just talking about.
Disney.
Yeah, the Black Cauldron is one I would like to see a bit of effort put into. That's a old school Disney film from the 80s that I like.
I think that's probably on that Disney Club thing in America. You can get it through that, but you have to. I don't know how it works, but.
I got to be honest, I don't buy kids' films on physical media because once you buy one, that's it. Because they're so cheap as well, isn't they? Do you know what I mean? Like when you're shopping on Amazon, you see like Angry Birds and Emoji Movie for like £4. You think, oh, should I just buy it because it's cheap? But no, I just don't want to start because it's so
another rabbit hole.
I know, and it's just be having them just to have them. Like they're always on the streamings to watch anyway, and they Disney Plus and all.
Yeah.
Disney, did I ask? Sorry, go on.
Sorry, I'm saying Disney need to get the finger out and start releasing some of the series that like the Mandalorian and stuff like that.
Well, that's true.
Well, they want to because people are buying them on bootlegs, and some people won't buy them proper.
Keep buying them on
market.
Yeah, keep buying them on bootlegs and force Disney's hand.
Yeah, that's what I say. But Disney won't because they want everything to go sub. They won't release them. Marvel or Star Wars. They've got no intent. They want to just force everyone to their thingy. But I get them on bootleg. And again, and I've said in videos that everyone should get it. Everyone should resort to bootlegs. It might give them a foot up the, do you know what I mean? And make them think, hold on a minute, there is a market for this.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's jump on it.
God, Disney must be one of the sought-after collected items of all the movie studios, really, aren't they? So I don't know why they wouldn't release them. And
there's films on Disney Plus as well, like Togo, which is a dog film.
I've heard of that. Togo, yeah.
The Lady and the Tramp live action. All this stuff. You're not getting, are you?
No,
they just want to drive. They just want to drive everyone over to there. That's what they want.
But do you think the same thing's going to happen with now we're getting Paramount Plus? Do you reckon they're going to do this for Star Trek? Because I can just see the same thing happening. It all going on to there, and they won't start releasing any new series on physical media because they'll want to drive people to that site, so they subscribe.
I know.
Just see it happening.
Yeah, they haven't yet though, have they? Because they do release them.
Yeah,
but that's because it's only America, isn't it? Really, where you've had that at the moment.
It's in its infancy. I mean, I was watching something earlier talking about Paramount Plus, and they haven't started releasing films on 4K. They've released about 900 titles onto Paramount Plus. But in America, you can get 4K on Paramount Plus, but you have to pay it extra. But it's going to come to the UK.
Yeah.
It'll happen. I can see it happening.
As far as I'm concerned, these streaming services are going to implode because there's going to be so many of them. People are not going to know which one to go for, and they're just going to either go back to paying for Sky or maybe turn into physical media collectors. But it will just implode.
There's far too many. Far too many.
Yeah, for sure. And they all offer like these great shows across different ones. It's not as if you can fit one to your genre, apart from Shudder, maybe. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to have them all, or you're missing out, or you feel like you're missing out on something.
Yeah, I think the best, the more niche ones are Shudder, and I would say Arrow Player as well. That's a good one.
Yeah.
You can watch stuff, and you can make up your mind if you want to get it on Blu-ray or 4K.
For sure.
On there, so that's good. But, yeah,
cool. I'll just run through these couple of questions and we'll have a look at the week after then. So a week Monday, a couple of bits and bobs on there. So what have we got here? Rhodey, telling Soph to watch director's cut of Watchmen. Hope you've got a free afternoon. Not seen Watchmen since it came out. Well, God knows which version you'd end up watching now.
The ultimate cut's out. I don't know.
That's the one I got on 4K with all the cartoon bits added in between. But I haven't watched it. I just bought it because I seen it for a tenner with a slip, you know. But,
yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of the movie when I seen it 10 years ago when it came out, or whatever. But I just don't know if I didn't have the head for it. I don't know if I was expecting a Marvel movie, you know, and it just wasn't that. But I don't know. AJ, do you like Watchmen or?
I don't like the animal in it. The ultimate cut.
Yeah. I do like the Watchmen, the film. Yes, I've read the book, the graphic novel it's based upon. They've done a good job with it, but a lot of people do complain. They always said it was unfilmable. They changed the ending massively because the ending in the comics wouldn't have visually worked. But it's Zack Snyder done quite a good job with it.
I do want to sit down and watch it properly. But so Rhodey's saying he wants the Star Wars films on 4K, but I don't know if it's worth it or not. So I don't know. I got a thing with Star Wars. I'm a bit of a traditionalist. I like to watch the old ones without the added special effects and things like that. You can get those on Etsy, the legs obviously, but they just got nostalgia for me. But I don't know, Star Wars on 4K, is that a given? Have you collected against those? Or
if you want the original, like the original, well, if you want all of them, like the trilogy ones, then I would say on 4K go for the ones that I've got from Amazon Italy, the box set.
Yeah, the newer ones that have come out in the 3 boxes. Yeah,
they're the same price as they are on Blu-ray here. You get like 6 discs in each, so you're getting your 4K and your Blu-ray as well.
So what about the Skywalker saga that you can get? Because that's come down on Amazon now. That's about £109. I was looking at it, but I've got a couple of odd titles, so there's no point. And there's no Rogue One in there, which is my favourite Star Wars film. Yeah. But anyone got that, a Skywalker saga set? Or any interest in that? It's like the one that pulls apart.
Yeah, I've got
Death Star on the front. You got that, have you?
Yeah, I've got that.
Sweet. Yeah. Happy days. AJ, you a Star Wars fan, mate?
I am, yeah.
Sorry, man, I cut you off there. What were you going to say?
Sorry, I'm going to shoot off.
Oh, yeah, you did say, Paul. It's no problem. Thanks for coming, matey.
See you, Paul.
Catch you soon.
Cheers.
Paul, take care, mate.
Bye.
Am I a Star Wars fan? There's a life-size baby Yoda stood behind me.
Yeah, I knew you were, mate. It's just,
I hate Star Wars. I hate it. I don't know why that's there. No, I like Star Wars, but I've got the 4Ks individually. But again, it's one of these things that's just milked all the time. Yeah. Another release, throw another release out there. It weren't long ago we got the 4K releases, really. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, you've got these new box sets come out again.
I know they came from nowhere, didn't they?
It's just
no one was asking for them.
And they've milked Star Wars since the day of VHS.
Yeah. Well, they will, won't they? Because people do
more and more releases.
There'll be new releases nearly every other year. There will be for the same sets.
I used to like my VHS collection. I gotta be fair, Star Wars. It was,
I've still got the original 3 films. Unedited. The special editions. They're not the unedited ones. On VHS, it was.
Are they like CBS Fox or something like that?
Yeah, it's like a box set that I've got. It's on my channel. It comes in a tin, and it's got the scripts, wonderful art cards, and everything. So I've had that for about 20 years.
Oh, happy days! Yeah, for sure. I remember buying a Phantom Menace on VHS, so I don't know when that came out, sometime in the 90s. That would have been one of not the last VHSs I bought, but when I was at the age of going into Asda with my mum when she was shopping and saying, "Mum, come have a video." I always remember buying the Phantom Menace. So we got Jim Jam Movie saying, hiya. He's asked a few questions.
James.
He's asked a few questions, but we'll have a look at them in a bit. We'll have a look at what's coming out a week Monday quickly, or we'll never get to the end. So what about this film with Nicolas Cage and The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent? You'll have to school me on it because I'm just not up to date with a lot of these new releases. I'm too busy watching the Hammer films from the 60s. Pete, what about you, mate? You seen this one?
I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard a lot of positive things about it. It looks like it's going to be quite good, so I probably will pick it up on day one. Pedro Pascal's in it as well, isn't he, I think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. He's the guy from Wonder Woman 1984? Or have I made that up?
Yeah, he's the Mandalorian.
Yeah, he's
He
Mandalorian.
is in Wonder Woman 1984.
He's in
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, okay. So you just get a standard release, mate. You won't be bothered.
Yeah, just
fighting
get
for
a
the
normal
Steelbook or
Blu-ray
anything?
release of it. Yeah.
Tidy. Matt, any intention to buy this? Have you seen it? Nicolas Cage fan?
Yeah, I do like Nicolas Cage. It's not one that I would pick up, but I definitely want to watch it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's a great actor. He's does some he's done some fantastic films.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. What about you, AJ, mate? Have you seen this one?
Yes, I have. Yeah, it's very good. It's a lot of fun. Nicolas Cage plays a caricature of himself, shall we say, in it.
Yeah.
I like it when an actor will send themselves up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I do like that, and it's a lot of fun, and he's got good chemistry with Pedro Pascal in it.
Yeah, he doesn't strike me as someone who takes himself too serious, Nicolas Cage, these days. So I bet he had a blast making that, really.
But yeah, with Nicolas Cage, he is a great actor, and even in the crappy films that he makes at the moment, all these he still puts in a decent performance in them.
For sure.
He still tries. He doesn't just phone it in. He'll still put in, even though the films are rubbish, but he's always top notch.
For sure. I mean, like we were talking about streaming services earlier, and like the massives of films that come out recently, these top actors, they must just be having scripts left at their door, left, right, and centre these days. You're not waiting 2 or 3 months for a big blockbuster Nicolas Cage film like you would in the 90s, are you? So they're always going to be on these films, but as long as they give their effort when filming them, then I don't suppose there's much more they can do.
I think with Nicolas... Oh, sorry.
No, go on, Matt. Go on.
I was going to say, I think the thing with Nicolas Cage, because he went a bit mad with his spending, didn't he? He could run up a lot of debts. I think he had to do a lot of these crappy films just to sort of get a bit of cash to pay off things.
That's true.
It makes you wonder how much debt these people can get in mind.
They
must earn, like Nicolas Cage in debt.
Yeah, I mean this film does touch upon that. It does. Okay. It's part of the humour within it. It does send that up. When he goes to Pedro Pascal's, he sees this massive big statue of himself, like a wax dummy, and it looks awful. It's him while he was in Face Off, and because Pedro Pascal's like a big fan of his, and Nicolas Cage is looking at it and says, "That's hideous." And then goes, "I'll give you $25,000 for it." So he just, he's setting himself up, and that I do enjoy that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I said, don't want to take yourself too serious. Would you pick this up, Matt, or you won't buy it, will you? Or...
I probably won't pick it up, but I'll definitely watch it.
And AJ, you've already seen it, so you won't add it to the collection, will you? Or
oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
No, of course I will.
First day buy, or wait till you see it in CX? Or...
I've got the pre-order. I've got the Steelbook on pre-order.
Yeah, good stuff. That's
good.
Yes.
All right then. So another 4K year then. A movie that everyone's going to have heard of, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. So anyone buying the single? Have we all got the collection already, the 4K collection? Matt, you into this? Or...
I mean, I adore these films. As yet, I've not picked up any of them on 4K. I still have the Blu-ray edition with the comes in the box, and it's got the diary, sort of from the films, Dr. Jones's diary, and that box set for me is just such a wonderful box set that I don't know. I do love these steelbooks, but I don't know. I'm waiting to see what they're going to produce with the 5th film. Are they going to do a complete collect? Because I think that's going to be his last one. I mean, the guy's knocking 80, isn't he? I can't see him doing.
I can't believe they got this one out of him, to be fair. But
but it's all wrapped, isn't he? He's filmed it all, so it's just ready to go into post production now, apparently. But I'm kind of holding off to see what they do next year. Whether they do a really nice set for all 5 films. But I didn't like the previous release steelbooks. They were just awful. That white.
It's a bad colour scheme that they used.
But these steelbooks are wonderful.
AJ's
picked them all up, and it's the original poster art.
But
again, I'm getting to the stage where I'm just running out of space. You know,
If you've got the Blu-rays and you're happy, it's you've got the movies
yeah.
here when you want to watch them, and that's what it's all about, really. So,
Well, like I say, if they do a 5-film set on 4K, I may be tempted, but it's got to be a good design. I don't want no white steelbooks again.
No, they probably won't drop that one again. But
Yeah.
so, AJ, you're buying these. Did Matt say then you're getting these ones?
yeah, I am. Yeah, I love.
Have
I
you
love
got the other ones, or have you got the other ones, or no?
I do have the other ones, yes. But I can't. Yeah, but let's just say I didn't. Oh no, I can't. I've got the other. Okay, I've got the other steelbooks. Yes, I paid £35 for them.
Oh, nice, tidy.
Minus the 4Ks within them. It was just the Blu-rays in them. But I had the 4K discs already, without any packaging, that I'd acquired for free. But let's not go into that.
Yeah, I'm already confused, but that's all right. So this one's out now. Raiders has already been out, is it? Or...
Raiders came out last month. Yep. But there's no word on Crystal Skull yet. I haven't seen anything on that one. They've announced the first 3.
Raiders is my favourite. I know a lot of people like Last Crusade, but
Raiders is the best.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Pete? You got any of the Indiana Jones? Well, you haven't
I've got them. I'm sure I've got them on VHS. I've got them on DVD, and I've got them on Blu-ray, but I haven't got 4K yet. But they are nice steelbooks, and if I did get 4K, I probably would go for them. But they feel like the steelbooks that should have released like last year when they done that set. Oh my days, the silhouette white ones, I don't understand that. These are the ones that should have released in a nice big box set like a couple of years ago. But I know they're going to, again, re-release them when the new one comes out next year. There's going to be a lavish box set, hopefully.
I have got the white ones, the steel books, because they did go down to about £40 at one point on Amazon or Zavi. So
did they? Because they were like 120 odd quid, weren't they, when they come out?
No. Yeah, they did drop.
They did drop dramatically. I remember thinking, they were at about £12 each or £10 each, so it was worth it. But yeah, the designs reasonable. they were nothing like what you'd imagine in your head. All right, I just go run through a couple of queries a minute, a couple of messages, comments. Jim Jam's asking us about favourite films from the 60s. I don't know, just straight off the top of your head, AJ, favourite film from the 60s.
From the 60s?
Film that comes to your head you enjoy.
Wow, I can't really think of anything. I can't think of anything from that. You go before that.
What about you, man? Peter Cushing as
War of the Worlds from 50s.
Yeah, that's a good film. Matt, anything from the 60s you enjoy?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I only want to do a quick answer.
I would say The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. So I think that's about 67 or 68, something like that. So yeah, that those spaghetti western, the Dollars trilogy. I'm sure they're all done in the 60s.
Yeah, they are.
So yeah, definitely those for me.
Pete, you got one for the 60s for us?
Italian Job.
Cool. Me being a crazy Amicus fan, I'll just have to say Asylum from Amicus, but I could pick any Amicus anthology really from the 60s. All right, so Soph's just saying hello to Jim Jam. Hi, Soph. Have we all seen A Never-Ending Story? I'm pretty sure I know the answer to that.
Years ago, yeah.
Yeah, Matt, AJ, sorry, seen A Never-Ending Story, mate?
When I was a young lad. I can't really remember it though. I mean, I know I've seen it. I've probably seen it a few times when I was very young, but I don't think I've seen it since in the past 30 odd years. Gosh,
well, I had a sort of renewed interest in it from Stranger Things season 3, so I seen it not too long ago. But it's not like you remember. I gotta be fair. Pete, you haven't seen it? You said no.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I think it's James's favourite film, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I think he's got 2 or 3 editions of it. He's got a 4K edition as well, and one from Germany as well, like a notebook one.
That's cool.
Good stuff. Jim Jam just asking about favourite charity shop finds. Matt, you're always hunting the bargains at the car boots and all. Any recent?
Well,
What's
I mean,
one of your better ones recently?
The best one I've had recently from the car boot was Flight Plan. That was 10p. And I've just done a movie review on that today. And I'd never seen the film before, but I really enjoyed it. It's a really good film. Good thriller. All set on a plane. Jodie Foster, Sean Bean. Yeah, really good film. Highly recommend if you haven't seen it. And that was 10p. So probably the best bargain so far from a car boot.
Pete, can you think of any bargains you've had recently? Anything in One Below or anything?
Nothing in One Below for quite a while, but charity shops. I picked up Princess Mononoke on Blu-ray, brand new for £2, which is quite cheap for my charity shops around here. They normally charge £5 per the Blu-ray.
The pricing's ridiculous in there. Sometimes I just think they don't know what they're pricing today. You've got these older ladies working in there, like, and they just.
Oh, sometimes they charge more than H&B and CX, and I'm like, what?
Any bargains lately, AJ? Anything off the top of your head you've picked up for a couple of quid or something?
Yeah, I mean, I've got one here that's just sat beside me, which is the complete 40 Towers. I got that for $2.99.
That's a good price.
It's brand new. The thing is, here in London, the charity shops, I see other people like James doing his charity shops and that. And there's places where the prices are so cheap.
Yeah.
But down here, they're just not. They're not like that down here.
No,
those sort of prices.
It's
like
madness.
£5 for £1 on DVDs. It's just not. You just don't get that down here.
Well,
that sort of thing.
They get all their stock for free. They should be charging as least as they can, really. But hey ho.
This set here, The Perfect Storm. That's a DVD set. Contains all of this inside.
Nice.
And I got this from Music Magpie on eBay for £3.98.
Oh,
Sealed.
Yeah.
That has to be the bargain of the year for me.
That was a good find, that one.
That's a very good find.
Great film as well.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it actually, so I'm looking forward to watching it.
Yeah,
it's based on a true story. Well, up to a certain point, it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
You can see the point where it sort of goes into, like this is the point where it goes from being, well, we know that they're alive at this point, but we don't know any of the story after that.
Right.
It's like, you know what I mean? You just don't know. So that part's all, But it's a good film. It's a good film. George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg, isn't it?
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. I'll do an unboxing and then I'll watch it and probably do a review.
Yeah, you should do. I think Diane Lane's in it as well.
Oh, right, yeah, from Man of Steel.
Yeah,
Diane
Mark
Lane?
Kent.
Yeah.
Diane Lane, yeah.
Judge Dredd, I think she's
Mark
in it.
Kent, yeah.
Yeah.
Choosing Judge Dredd, yeah.
That's right. Formerly married to Christopher Lambert.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Yeah. Back in the day.
Highlander himself.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Sophie just saying her mum found season 2 of Penny Dreadful, brand new for £1.
Nice. I enjoyed that. That was a good series.
Yeah, I think I've seen some episodes of Penny Dreadful, or the first season anyway. Let's do this one quickly. Dex Drying Rush, he's saying, anyone checking out Pink Flamingos on Criterion? I bloody missed this off. When I done my usual weekly release calendar last week, the artwork wasn't very jumping at me, so I scrolled past it. So I bet people were thinking, thinks he knows about movies. He didn't even talk about Pink Flamingos. So I was gutted about that. But yeah, anyone like watching films about people eating poo or?
I've watched about half an hour of it and I skipped to turn it off. Oh my days, what the heck did I watch?
So you turned up after half hour. Matt, you're laughing. Is it a film you crossed paths with? Is it a film you crossed paths with, mate? Do you know about it? Pink Flamingos or?
Me? No.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Probably keep it that way then. What about you, AJ? Is it something you've heard of?
No. What's it about? People eating feces?
That is one bit, and it is about this low-life, trashy family living in Florida. It's just following their day-to-day stuff, but they just do all these extreme things. I'd have to be a bit loose on the synopsis because I haven't seen it myself, but obviously it's because I'm into extreme horror. I have crossed paths with it. I will get it. I will just to add it to my collection. But yeah, I know it's not for everybody.
Is it a spin-off of Two Girls, One Cup?
I don't think it's gonna be quite as heavy as that. But
Yeah,
but
no,
you might recognise the artwork if you have a look. You might recognise there's an actress in it. I don't know if she's famous, but you might just have seen her about through your years, like being a movie fan.
Is it Big Bird with wearing pink? Isn't it?
Yeah, with blonde hair, yeah, all the makeup on and everything. But all right, cool. So pink flamingos, thing. So my man here, look, Keith. So, hey, Keith, you for your pictures. How's everyone doing?
Keith,
nice to see Keith in the house. Rody saying the 4K box sets, they're just too damn expensive. You're not wrong, matey. Yeah. It's going up as well. They really, physical media not dying, but it's getting more about the collectors, and the labels know this, and they're just thinking to themselves, oh well, they'll pay whatever we charge for it. And it's like, no, you've got to draw a line somewhere.
Yeah, the irony of that is that because some steelbooks now are 35 quid. Collector's sets are being pushed up in price. They're using the fuel crisis to do this on the back of that, but it's not affecting your standard Blu-rays. The cost of your standard Blu-rays.
Exactly.
It's just those sort of premium titles, which kind of tells me we don't have to do this. But I've done a video, like I said, that video I do about whether the fund's being taken out of collecting. I do actually go into detail in all that stuff as well in it.
Yeah, I look forward to checking that out.
That's next Saturday.
Yeah, I think they can get away with charging these prices as well because there's collectors out there with a wide range of taste. So, like where I didn't want Drive for 50 odd quid, I'm happy with the Blu-ray. I got like Pete. There will be Drive fans out there who will want the expensive one. But like The Witch is coming out now from Second Sight 4K. I'll pay 40 quid for that, but there'll be people who say, "Oh, The Witch is crap. I wouldn't pay 40 quid for it." But there's always someone out there that'll want it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
I do think Keith at Euphoria, what he's doing now with these videos is he's doing like a comparison screenshot of your 4K and your Blu-ray, and that's really helpful actually because you can see, is this really a lot different, or some he's shown and you can tell straight away, that there's a definite uptick here, and others not so much. So that's really helpful actually. Some Blu-rays are really, really good. Others, they're definitely, need an upgrade for 4K. So you have to pick and choose. Definitely.
The way I see it, I'm not too worried about double dipping. If I already own a Blu-ray of a movie, then I'm content. It's when I don't own either version and you're in HMV thinking, should I buy the Blu-ray for a tenner or should I buy the 4K for 25 quid? And it's like, oh God, Wow. And you always go with the 4K because you say, in your mind it's the better format, but is it noticeable to the eye on modern films? I don't know, I mean, there are some things, like say on Keith's video when he showed Pitch Black with Vin Diesel, I could see the difference.
Yeah.
But I don't know why it's like on more modern films. Right, let's
but
go
also
go on. Yeah.
The sound as well. I mean, I'm lucky enough to have like Dolby Atmos setup, so the sound is quite important to me as well. So sometimes you'll find an Atmos track is on a Blu-ray, but more often than not, they won't put it on the Blu-ray, but they'll put it on the 4K.
Yeah.
And they know that people with the equipment are going to say, well, I want the best sound, so they're going to go for the 4K. So that, again, they've got you, whichever way. But some Blu-rays... Sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say, spot on, because I had that in HMV when I bought A Quiet Place Part 2. A Quiet Place Part 2 was $6.99 in the sale on Blu-ray, still £20 on 4K. When you look at the small print on the back, the Blu-ray got a Dolby Atmos soundtrack. So, because they're both shot digitally, I thought I'm just going to buy the Blu-ray for £15 cheaper or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Because, the sound's going to be great as well. You're probably not going to notice it.
When it saves you that much money, it definitely is.
Absolutely. It's a no-brainer. Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, if you've got simulation, I've got simulated HDR on my projector, and often it makes it look like the 4K. All right, it might not be. So you just have to pick and choose. definitely
good players upscale as well, don't they? We've got all sorts going on these days in the background. So,
absolutely.
Right, that was about it for the big hitters then, really, the film with Nicolas Cage and the indie release. So, Pete, I'll come to you first, mate. Do you want to just cast your eye over these couple of titles? Is there anything there that you've heard of or you think you would buy or you could recommend to someone?
Bar the Nicolas Cage one, I can only think of The Beatles Get Back. I watched that last year when it came on Disney Plus and I really enjoyed it. And it's one of the first Disney Plus series to actually get a physical release.
So what, is this dramatized or is it a documentary? So it's got footage of the real
just
Beatles,
like old footage they had of like the Abbey Road stadium thing that they did on the rooftops, like how they set it up. It's like about 9 or 10 hours worth of like footage that they've remastered by Peter Jackson. It's really good. It's really good, but for 30 quid, it's a bit hefty on the price. If it was 20, I'll probably pick it up. There's no bonus features with it, which is a shame, and it was delayed from February because of an audio issue. So hopefully they'll fix that out.
Didn't know that, mate. So good to know. Yeah, fair enough then. So one for the fans, definitely, but accessible for people who are not really mad on the Beatles, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, not really mad, but people who wouldn't know much about it, like, you know.
You get the full like rooftop concert on the final episodes. That's real cool, and there's plenty of watching them all get to know each other and all that backstage stuff, and some actors popping up saying hello. So that's cool. All
right. AJ, anything there? Looking at you, I know you're a fan of Star Trek, so you might be looking at that animated one.
Yes, Lower Decks is a lot of fun. It's a great series. If you're a Star Trek fan, it's got a lot of heart to it. It's a lot of little in jokes. It's made by people who know Star Trek from like the TNG and original era.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good series.
So this is season 2. Is that as new as we get, or have they got a third season on TV? Or
that's as new as you get at the moment.
Good stuff. What, 20-minute episodes, or like Peppa Pig style 7-minute episodes? Or
no, they're about 24 minutes per episode.
Good stuff. Good animation on it, or?
Yeah, it's more sort of not Simpson-y, but maybe closer to Futurama looking.
Yeah.
In that sort of arena, which I know is Simpson-y looking, but you know.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
But it's that sort of
Anything else on you, mate? You might be interested in?
No.
All right, then, Matt. Anything for you on you, mate? An action film with Bruce Willis. That's something you'd be into, or can you pick anything else out?
Well, again, probably just with the Lower Decks again. I mean, AJ kindly sent me the first season on Blu-ray. I still actually need to finish watching that off, but yeah, I've enjoyed that, and I wouldn't pick it up brand new, but further down the line, I'd probably pick it up, second hand, because it's been a good, fun series. Like AJ says, it's very much made for the sort of fans of the sort of older series of Star Trek.
Trying to bridge the gap a bit then.
Yeah. But yeah, the old Bruce Willis, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of these sort of straight to DVD affair. And obviously, he's done this, because of his deteriorating health and trying to sort of support his family and all the rest of it. So, I'd probably watch that maybe on streaming. It's not something I'd pick up, but
it's got Michael Rooker in here as well, so
those kind of films I'd probably just stream.
Again, though, I'm a bit baffled with this Bruce Willis thing. I don't like the fact that he's ill, but should someone of Bruce Willis's filmography still need to be making films to make money? You think he'd be absolutely minted, wouldn't you? But
yeah, I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but I'm guessing that's probably part of it. That he wants to, make sure that his family's secure and all the rest of it.
I put his heart in the right place. I'm not saying that, but it's just, you think he'd have enough money. You think he'd still be living off royalties to die out, wouldn't you?
Wouldn't you?
But, I suppose it depends what sort of contracts they sign when he makes these films. But yeah, I know what you're saying with these things. It'll be very, very unlucky if he's in it for longer than 10 minutes anyway. Michael Rooker, he'll be some other guy probably who's the main star. I'll just have a quick look at this one because these are my sort of movies, these kind of trashy sort of exploitation films. Hitcher in the Dark, 88 films. I might have a little look at that, but I won't sort of bog down the chat with it. But none of you would be into that, no? You wouldn't, not really into your sort of 70s, 80s sort of, I don't know if it's a slasher or what, really.
Again, this sort of thing, I'm always browsing sort of Amazon Prime, having a look on, the videos. Again, I watch a lot of horror stuff, but I don't collect horror. But I do watch a lot of horror films, certainly on there. So, yeah. Again, I stream a lot of stuff, not necessarily going to pick it up.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. All right, then, so we move on. It's a bit of a meaty week, this is. This is the sort of one you want to save your pennies for, really, July the 18th. Well, for me, it is. I'll jump straight in. So, I'm not sure AJ is going to be quite as impressed with some of these titles. But, all right, what do we think about the Northmen then? I'll start off with you, AJ. Northmen on 4K, you into that?
I didn't enjoy it, no.
Okay, cool. Any particular reasons why? Found it slow, or just not what you expected, or
I don't know. Just I think it had a very simplistic story, but thinking it was clever than what it was.
Fair enough, yeah.
All I can say, the story is very, very simplistic in it, but it's dressed up to make it seem like it isn't. It just wasn't for me. I mean, it wasn't a badly crafted film. It was, technically speaking, it wasn't a bad film. Just not my film. Not my film.
No, fair enough. I mean, Robert Eggers movies, they do divide crowds anyway. So I can't really say much because I started to watch it and I fell asleep. It wasn't a slight on the film, but I was just really tired when I was watching it and I haven't gone back to it. Pete, have you seen The Northman?
Haven't seen it yet, but I'm definitely going to pick it up when it comes out. I've heard pretty much very positive things about it, so yeah.
So you'll grab the Blu-ray, will you, mate? Or will you get the 4K?
Yeah, I'll grab the Blu-ray when it comes out, or get it in a 2 for $25 in H&V, whatever, whenever it goes on offer, I think.
Sweet. What about you, Matt? Will you be getting this film? Have you seen it, or?
No. Again, probably for me, it'd probably be just one that I'd probably stream, and then if I really do like it, then I might pick it up. But I've heard mixed things. I've heard AJ's review on it, and then I've heard other people saying, yeah, it's fantastic. So, yeah, I'll just make my own mind up, probably on a stream at some point. And then if I decide I like it, then I'll pick it up.
Definitely. I mean, always forge your own opinion of a movie. Try not to let anyone else think in it because we all got different tastes. But, I find it was a bit like the Batman and Northman in the sense that, the guy on the left of me is telling me it's the best movie I'm ever going to see. The guy on the right of me is telling me it's the worst movie I'm ever going to see. So,
it's all,
you've got to make your own mind up.
It's all subjective, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
So,
for sure.
No one's right, no one's wrong.
No, again, that's it, isn't it? You just got to be respectful about your opinions, other people's opinions. That's all.
Yep.
I'll do a couple of comments just quickly because there's one I want to pick up on. Dirty Dozen is my favourite 60s film from Rhodey. Sophie's in with Psycho. Keith's just saying doing great, Soph. Robert Dunlop Dog Soldiers is coming on 4K in August. Yeah, that's going to be on our last week, but it's been pushed back, so that'll save us a couple of minutes. So this is what I wanted to just point my thing at. Keith saying, hey, Matt, that gold edition of The Perfect Storm looks beautiful. Do you think you'll try and collect the rest of them?
Yeah. I mean, they are wonderful sets, but they take up a lot of room. So if I can get another one for, say, £4, then maybe yes, but yeah, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Okay, so that's
they are
fine.
some really nice sets, yeah.
Cool. All right, then. So another 4K that's coming out that's really aimed for collectors, and I know people collect this director's movies like it's no tomorrow. I'll come back to my opinions on it. I've got it pre-ordered, so that probably tells you where I'm leaning. But anybody into these Argento movies from Arrow, Tenebrae, anyone? So we'll start with Pete, because I know Pete likes a bit of Argento.
Yeah, I've got them all on Blu-ray, but as soon as I get a 4K player, this will be one of the first 4Ks I get because I absolutely love this movie, and I'm pretty certain that it'll look great in 4K. And it's such a nice set what they're doing with that one. It seems to be a little bit different than the standard Arrow 4Ks.
I know you've got to order the one directly from their site. I think this is the one we're looking at here. It won't be available on Amazon, but I implore anyone to order directly from Amazon because they do such a wicked points bonus. You still got to pay your £2 delivery with Zavi, and they're the same price, so you may as well get the bonus points. You know, I bought 4 limited edition sets, and I can get £20 off my next one now, so I can get £20 off this one, like. So you'll be getting this then, Pete. Happy days. Matt, you into Dario Argento, Giallo movies?
Not really, no. Can't say it's really a director that I've known anything about, so no.
Okay, so not put off by anything you've seen, just not something you've gone into, is it?
Yeah, it doesn't ring any bells with me sort of watching any of the... I may have seen some, but it's not something that I know anything about.
Yeah, well, Suspiria would probably be his biggest title. It's like a
I've heard of that.
Witch
I don't know
movie.
whether I've seen it, but I may have done. But it's not something that sort of jumps out to me.
Oh, that's fair enough. AJ, what's your thoughts? You a Dario Argento fan, or?
No, not really my cup of tea, to be honest. Just
that's fair enough.
Not really ever got into them.
Like I said, I'm on the fence with it. I like his more horror stuff like Suspiria and Inferno, but I find this giallo stuff like Deep Red that everyone raves about just boring. So yeah, I'm somewhere in the middle. But I've ordered this because, like I said, it's limited edition through the site. I got the points, so I'm looking forward to it being a really nice release. And a movie I have seen but can't remember much about, so it's always nice when it feels like a fresh watch. Oh, I don't get into this one. A movie I haven't seen for about 20 odd years. All I can really remember is the cast. I'll start with you and AJ, mate. Would you be interested in a Red Sonja on 4K? Can you see why they've done this, or you think the film's crap? Or
no, yes, I'm looking forward to revisiting it. I've not seen it for a long time. I do read the Red Sonja comic books from Dynamite Comics. So yes.
AJ, will you just get the steelbook, or will you just get the standard?
No, I want the steelbook.
You want no? Can't afford you, mate, if that's what you want. I do like the artwork. I gotta be fair, it was to be confirmed for a while, so I didn't pre-order, but now it looks like it is the official artwork. So
the artwork looks good, yeah.
Yeah, it looks good, yeah. Matt, might be sort of your film. You into these old sort of
I love the all the sort of Conan films. Obviously, this is part of that kind of. Well, he's in it, isn't he, Conan? I remember watching these back in the day and loved them. They're great films. I do like the look of the steelbook. It is a nice steelbook, but again, I don't know.
It is a nice steelbook.
The 4K on Rare Waves is about 21 quid, and I've got and it was actually Pete that said about this. Those rewards, the rewards. I can get a £5 off in July. So I'm tempted to maybe just pick up the standard 4K, but I do like that steelbook as well. So I'm torn.
For sure. So, I mean, my recollection is not great of this movie. So Schwarzenegger's character in this is Conan, is it?
No.
I'm pretty is it not?
No, it's not. No, they weren't allowed to. They wanted to, but they weren't allowed to do it. I can't remember the ins and outs, but it isn't. No, he's not Conan.
Oh, okay.
Because that was a new one on me. I got to be fair, so that's what I thought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah,
I remember enjoying it.
Mate. Yeah,
essentially, he is Conan.
Yeah,
but they're not allowed to call him Conan.
No.
He's got a different name.
Yeah,
Big C. Yeah. What about you, Pete? Is this a film you've seen? Do you like your sword?
I think I've seen it before on ITV4 many years ago. I definitely will probably pick this up when it's on offer because they're doing a standard Blu-ray edition of it, I should imagine, for about 15 quid. So if it goes down to 10, I'll get it. It's a Studio Canal release, and their releases are really good.
Yeah, there's the Blu-ray there, mate. So yeah, you'll be all right if you want to. There's a 4K restoration as well. So
that'll be good.
Sweet as a nerd. Yeah. All right, then let's have a little look. What else we got? Any more 4Ks there? We'll come back to Doctor Who because I just noticed one in the corner of my eye. Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse. All right then. So again, we'll start with AJ because it's a comic book movie. I don't think you were massively impressed with this movie when you seen it, were you, AJ? Really?
No, I was there. I loved it.
You did enjoy it, did you? Okay, my bad.
Yeah, I love Doctor Strange.
All right, cool.
In the film, it's not a character I really read too much, but yeah, no, I loved it. I thought it was great. I mean, there's questions, it's open to, you can rip it apart, but I was just happy to get another Doctor Strange film, to be honest. It's taken ages.
Yeah, it took a long time for it to come in. I'm a bit like you as well. I never really related to the character before the Marvel films, but I think Benedict done a good job, and yeah, he's one of the ones I like now. Fair play.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what will you get, the standard, or you got the Steelbook on pre-order?
I've got the Steelbook.
Good
pre-order, yeah.
Wicked. All right then, Pete, you're going to be grabbing a bit of Doctor Strange. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it. I thought it was okay. I kind of prefer the first one a little bit more, but it's still a pretty good film. It's definitely better than some of the other Phase 4 Marvel stuff. I'll get it on Blu-ray day of release.
Good stuff. Matt, are we all in on Doctor Strange, or you won't be getting it?
Well, again, I loved the film. I thought it was great. I've actually stopped collecting the Marvel films now. I collected all the Infinity Saga because I love 3D, and collected all of those in 3D. But now, obviously, because they're in 4K, I don't like Zavvi as a retailer, so I don't pick up the Steelbooks anymore. Because I subscribe to Disney Plus and I'm getting the IMAX enhanced, I can watch all of the Marvel, the later phase of films in, the IMAX on my big screen. And I mean, I've already watched this the other day on Disney. So for me, I've sadly stopped collecting the Marvel films. Again, partly because of space. But it's just such a shame that they stopped the 3D, because I used to love watching the Marvel films in 3D. I thought they were fantastic. But I know you can still see them at the cinema on release, and I really wanted to see this in 3D, but didn't get a chance to see it in the 3D format. But yeah.
So when did the 3D stop, after Endgame, was it, or?
I think they did Captain Marvel, and I think that was the last one.
Right, because I just tried to think, for someone who was collecting them, that's a bit of a pain. It would have been hard if it had gone up to Endgame, but to stop the Captain Marvel.
I think this is.
Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
Black Widow did come out in 3D, but you can only get it from Japan, and it's an absolute fortune.
That's what I was going to say. Same with this one. I think this has got a release over there.
And No Way Home,
3D.
the 3D version, you can get it in Australia. One day I probably will pick that up, because I did enjoy the Spider-Man. I thought it was great. But that's just a few reasons. As I say, I can watch them with IMAX enhanced now. So they got me. Disney's got me on the on that side of things. But no, I mean, it's a great. Obviously, that Zavvi edition looks nice, but again, it is a bit expensive, I think. But.
Yeah. I mean, I don't collect the Marvel films. I got them on Disney Plus, but I pick up the odd one if I like it. Like the Captain America films and the Avengers ones, but I don't feel the need to have every single one, to be honest. All right then. So let's have a little look. What else we got? So let's jump onto that Doctor Who then. So AJ, will you be completing the set and grabbing this one? Is it on pre-order or?
Yeah, that's the Peter Cushing one, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the second one of the Peter Cushing two. Yeah.
Yes, I will be getting that, because that's my favourite one of the two.
So this is the one you prefer. Okay, so
the two of them.
Yeah, this is probably going to be made after the other one, and this will be the second one. It wouldn't make
sense. Is that the one with the Cybermen?
No, it's still Daleks.
Yeah, they're both Dalek films.
They're both Dalek based.
And the other one was the Cybermen, was it?
No,
they're both Daleks.
Oh, okay. I thought I remember seeing a Cyberman one which was black and white as well. But
No, I don't
did
think
you
it's
do
colour.
a third film?
No.
No, it's only 2 films they done, and then
Yeah,
they
and these are both in colour.
Okay.
This was the first time Doctor Who. These are the first one was the first time Doctor Who was ever seen in colour.
You must have thought of the Patrick Troughton era with the Cyberman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had it in my head that there was a Cyberman film that was done, but I don't know.
Yeah, my Doctor Who lore is not great, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, so Peter, Matt, you won't be getting this one, will you? Because you're not collecting them, or
I got the Blu-ray super cheap from Sainsbury's for like £2 or £3 just before Christmas, so that'll do.
Oh, really? Was that a new release or?
Yeah, brand new release on Blu-ray. I got it last year when they were clearing them out for like £2 or £3, so I'm happy with that one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if the picture quality is good, then why not? And Matt, would you be getting this one or?
They're lovely looking sets. Maybe further down the line, possibly. But no, I won't be picking it up on release.
My stance is the same as the other one. I would absolutely give my left leg to have them, but I just can't afford the £100 for the pair of them at the moment.
Yeah.
I say I can't afford it. It's prioritising other releases, I guess, in my budget. All right. I got to rush it along a little bit, so we won't stop and look at everything. Because is there anything jumping out to you that any of you can see here? What about this one from? Is it Boone John-Un, the guy who done Parasite? Have you seen this one?
Is that the Netflix film?
Yeah, so originally it was on Netflix. It's about a girl, and this is her pet. He's like a giant hippo or something. I'm not really sure. And then these Americans come in to try and kidnap him and take him away. It's a bit like Free Willy, I suppose, but with a giant hippo. But I don't know. Criterion, you know, I know they do good releases, but it's just a label that I just.
They're very expensive. Their new release of Shaft is like £26.
Yeah, I wanted to see that as well. I want to get into my blaxploitation, but yeah, with a price drop. But yeah, so Pete, this might be your type of film, mate. You watch this, would you? Or
I'd give it a go, but if it's quite Criterion, I'll probably wait until it goes down quite a bit, or just watch it on streaming.
Yeah, Matt, do you collect Criterions or?
I don't know. It's not a label, but really, yeah, none of the films are really my kind of thing. So no.
They've done that. The one with Lawrence Fishburne, the old gangster one, deep cover. I did buy that one when it came out. And The Irishman.
Yeah, I got
The
that
Irishman
too.
was a good release, but yeah, apart from that, I don't really feel the need. AJ, do you collect Criterion, mate?
I've got a couple of Criterion releases. It's dependent upon the film.
For sure, obviously.
If it's you know, I mean, I don't go for any particular label or anything like that.
No, it's just if you want the movie, yeah.
I think the only Criterions I've got is like The Irishman and Marriage Story. They're the only two that I've ever picked up.
I dropped the ball with The Irishman. I'd seen it in a sale on Zavi, so I rushed to buy it at the price. And when it came, it was the bloody DVD, not the Blu-ray. So I don't mind the DVD quality as such, but it's the way the case is slightly bigger than my other Criterions. Not that I got many, I only got 2 or 3 because I got the Menace to Society as well. But yeah, I was peed off with that really. But that's the thing with Criterion. You ask their collectors, they say that it's hard to differentiate between the Blu-rays and the DVDs. They don't make it clear on the packaging.
It's true.
Okay, so let's have a little look what else we got here then. Any more 4Ks? So like these sort of films, you know, they got like wicked artwork, old-fashioned movies, but has anyone really got the time to get into them or put them over?
They're the indicators, aren't they?
Yeah, they indicate the releases. Yeah, I mean 1930s. Do any of your tastes go back as far as that, apart from maybe The Wizard of Oz?
Not really, no.
No.
Yeah,
again, I think they're catering for a specific market. If there's people that like vintage films, then that's the label to go to, isn't it?
I wouldn't say no grabbing them in my collection because, like I said, the artwork's lovely on them. But I just know I wouldn't buy them because I would never get around to watching them. It's as simple as that. Really. Let's have a shoot back up to the top. We're not really worried about kung fu films. What about this box set here then? This is from Indicator. Creatures the World Forgot. Anybody into this?
No, I've seen the trailer. When I saw the release, I thought, "What's that?" Let me have a look. and yeah, no, I wouldn't ever. No, I wouldn't go back.
Is it a selection of films then, or?
I think so.
No,
Yeah.
I don't. No, I don't. It's a film.
I think it's just the one film, 1971. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, not really.
No.
All right. Pete, I'll start with you, mate. Can you see anything jumping out at you here that I maybe not seeing?
Not a lot. I think that's Drive My Car there. I think that's like a foreign language film. That's supposed to be quite good, but it's like 3 hours long. Don't really know too much about it, but I know it's won quite a few awards, but that's the only thing I can see.
Yeah, so it's released by Movie, so it'll be a lovely slipcover on it, and it'll be a good transfer, but I'm looking at that run time and just thinking, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
So, what is it? Is a comedy coming of age thing, is it, by the looks?
I think it's a drama from what I'm gathering. I don't know too much about it, but word of mouth seems to be pretty good for it.
Cool. All right. Anything else jumping out to you, mate, that you can notice from here?
Not a lot. I think there might be an Arrow release there, but nothing much.
Let's have a look, mate. Do you want this one here, this How High?
Yeah, I don't really know much. I don't know much about it, but
looks like he's got another title, Raging Fury, 1989. Yeah, I mean, I would be all over that. That would be my sort of film, but I know it wouldn't be for everybody.
Again, Arrow do this with a lot of their films, don't they? Sort of these probably sort of low budget films, but the covers look really good.
Yeah, they sell you on the artwork. Yeah.
I was watching. I think she's called Leah's Movies or something. American YouTuber, and she brought up this subject. She said about the covers are being produced to draw us in, but then the actual movies aren't much to look at. It's all marketing again, isn't it? It's that marketing.
But being from the VHS era and renting videos, isn't that what they've always done to us?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, some of those VHS covers were fantastic, weren't they? Used to go in the video shops and they'd all be there, and
yeah.
Miss those days.
That game's been going a long time. Fair play. What about you, AJ, mate? Is there anything you can spot off here? What about this DC thing? Did you watch this, Legends of Tomorrow?
What series is that? When's that out?
It just says the complete 7th and final season. Should be out third week in July, so about the 18th of July, I think.
Really? I missed that one.
Well, there we are.
No, I've already spent enough money this week, Yeah, but I totally missed out on that one.
That Doctor Who smashing your budget.
You're telling me. But no, I will pick up Legends tomorrow. I enjoy Legends.
Well, it's in the 7th season, so it must have his viewers.
Yeah, like I say, it's final seasons. They've all been chopped now. The CW's gone in it pretty much.
Any superheroes in there that we would have heard of, or are they all sort of side characters?
They're all smaller scale characters that have been brought together.
Yeah, fair enough. That's like sort of a show.
It's a fun series. It doesn't take itself seriously.
I think he's accidentally left his own live stream.
Oh yeah, he has.
Oh dear.
We should all jump off now, so when he comes back in, everyone's gone.
Hopefully he'll come back. He does.
There we go.
He's back.
There we go.
Sorry. I knew I was going to do it once. Push the back button on the wrong screen. I meant to push back on this screen. I pushed back on the screen. Yeah, sorry, AJ. I forced that one down your throat a bit. Is there anything you can see on here that you may be interested in or could recommend to someone?
Not really, no.
No, fair enough. I'd rather keep it short and sweet. If that's the case.
No, we covered all the biggies.
Yeah. I mean, there is a universal thing from Eureka here, Karloff. I mean, he's the famous guy who plays the mummy, isn't he? But
Boris.
Enough time getting into Hammer without trying to get into. Are these universal, or am I talking wrong there? I'm not sure.
I guess so.
Yeah, so I've never had a chance to get into. Yeah, I think that so like we had Hammer, didn't we? And we had Hammer, and they sort of had universal monsters. I think it's the mummy off the universal ones.
He's done it again.
He's gone again.
Oh dear.
Oh well.
He's back
There he
again.
comes.
Sorry, I'm getting tired. I'm winded down now. I won't do it again. Pete, you don't have these troubles anymore, do you? I bet you had them at the beginning, though, did you?
No, I seem to be all right with mine. Normally the internet goes wrong, but that's about it.
Cool. I don't think there's anything else. This is like a Matrix 4 disc set here. This was about the only thing. Is this one of those steelbook collections like they do for the Monsters set on Zavi?
Yeah.
One of them steelbook ones. That seems to be a new thing now. It's quite cool, but again, very expensive and double, triple dipping on the same films that we've already got.
Yeah. Again, I mean, I'm not big on these white designed steelbooks myself. Again, I suppose they all match. But yeah, I mean, I've got these films several times over, and no, I wouldn't be picking this up again.
No. What do we think of The Matrix? And I haven't seen the fourth one. I can't bring myself to watch it after the stuff I've heard. But any fans? Matt, have you seen the newer one?
Yeah, I love the Matrix films. Obviously, the first one being the best. And I managed to pick up a really nice edition that's actually signed by the directors.
Tidy.
Very good.
It's signed obviously as because obviously they were the Wachowski brothers, weren't they? Now obviously
they're transgender in there or something.
They are, but they're signed. It's like a film cell, and again it's like that box set I just showed. It's very similar to that, and it's 500 copies of that have been signed by them, and I got it on eBay for £10. And again, that's going to be a movie memorabilia in years to come, because they will never ever sign their names like that ever again. Fair
enough.
I've said to my kids, I said, keep hold of this, because one day that might be worth a bit of money. You never know. Probably
no, you don't.
They'll probably chuck it in the skip, but you know.
That's what worries me when I pop my clogs. My missus can't wait to get rid of my movie collection. She'll be selling my stuff off for £1. I'll be turning in my grave, but you know where it is. But, AJ, you a fan of the Matrix or?
I don't mind the first one. I haven't revisited the other two, and the third, the last one, I didn't get in. I got about 15 minutes into it, 20 minutes, and switched it off.
Yeah, that'd be my fear with it as well. What about you, Pete? You seen the fourth one?
I watched the first one, and then I watched a recap of the second and third one online, then watched the fourth one.
Probably the best way to save yourself.
It's a very odd and interesting film. They tried to do something, and honestly, it just didn't work, in my opinion. But
it's funny with Keanu Reeves. Like Keanu Reeves, one minute he can look like a great actor, and one minute he can look like a terrible actor. I just don't get it really. Like, I mean, his niche is like John Wick and Point Break, the character in that. But when he tries these other characters, I don't know, man. He just not for me really.
Well, I went in with low expectations with Resurrections, and I didn't mind it. I thought the ending was like daft, but they didn't need to make it because it was wrapped up really well in the third film. But that was the studio that forced their hand. Made the director, you know, there was only one director came back and made a, you know, remake or do it again, but no, it wasn't needed. But I still bought it though.
That's what we like as collectors, isn't it? You know, you do sometimes.
Yeah.
You know. All right then. So we'll leave that week there. Then it wasn't really much else to cover. We'll go on to the last week then. We'll start to wind it down. Let's have a little look for some 4K. So there's one straight away jumping out to me. Get Carter, 1971. So obviously Michael Caine, BFI dipping their hands into 4K. All right, well, I'm glad you said that then, because it's not a film I've seen. So you can kick us off then. Do you think this will be worth a 4K buy? Or Matt, I'm talking to, obviously.
Get Carter, yeah. I mean, that's a great film. Again, probably from the 60s or 70s. No, it was remade, wasn't it? It was Stallone. Stallone made it again. That wasn't a great remake, but yeah, the original's a classic. And yeah, I'm sure it'll look really good on 4K.
Would you buy it, mate, or it's not really? You're not
No,
sort
I
of that
wouldn't
big a
buy it.
fan.
It wouldn't be a buy. It wouldn't be a buy for me. But yeah, I can appreciate. There's going to be fans out there that would definitely pick this up.
You seen the film, Pete?
Yeah, I've seen it many years ago on ITV4. I do have the Blu-ray of it, the standard release of it, like I got last year, quite cheap. And I'm very tempted to get this like Blu-ray edition of it because it's the remastered 4K scan one with loads of special features and like a booklet, like an Arrow sort of box set. So I'm very tempted to get it. The 4K one's quite nice. Actually, the 4K version is cheaper than the Blu-ray version on Amazon. It's like $24.99.
Wow. I tried to have a little look at the extras on you now, but it doesn't say. They usually do say them, but yeah, they're stacked with extras. AJ, would you be interested in buying this, mate, or know you're seeing, or? I'm not sure he's here, AJ, but we're having some internet troubles. All right, then. Like I said, I want to try and wind it down, so let's have a little look what else we got in 4Ks for this week, or the last week in July. I then so I guess the only other one by the looks is the Harry Potter sort of prequels, the secret Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I'm quite a Harry Potter fan. I got the train. I got the first two of these to go with the set. So yeah, I'm interested in buying this. Pete, are you into these movies?
Yeah, I like the Harry Potter films. I like the first Fantastic Beasts film. I think it probably would have been better just working as a one-off sort of film. I wasn't a big fan of the second one. I thought it was quite long-winded and quite boring. I haven't heard the best about this one. I've heard it's better than the second one, but I'm tempted to get it day one, but I'm probably going to wait for a sale for this one.
No worries. Yeah, I'll do the same as well. Like I said, I do collect them and I will get it, but I just know that you'll get it on Amazon for
Oh, he's got it. He's got it. I think AJ's got trouble with his internet.
Oh dear. He's accidentally pressing
I
the
was
back.
having it. One of my
God. Only two films you covered that, AJ. Get Card, are you interested in that one? 4K?
What, the original, is it?
The original, mate, yes, 1971.
Yeah, no, I can leave that one.
Fair play. And then we're on Fantastic Beasts, Secret of Dumbledore 4K. Are you a Harry Potter collector, or will you get this?
No, I'm not a Harry Potter. I've got none of the Harry Potter films. I've got the first. I picked up the first one cheap, but yeah, they're not my. No, Harry Potter. I couldn't get past the first one. I tried the first Fantastic Beasts because it was because of the era that it was set in, more so than anything. But again, it didn't work for me.
Yeah, fair enough. Matt, you into it, mate? Fantastic Beasts? Or...
No, again, pretty much the same as AJ. I watched the first one many years ago but it's just not a genre that I'm really into. Just doesn't appeal at all. So no.
No, fair enough. I can't see any more 4Ks on it now. I'm not going to waste time talking about Dog Soldiers because it's been pushed back again. It's not coming out until August. So one last time then, AJ, can you see anything on here now that you would like to talk about or you might be interested in? Green Lantern cartoon, maybe?
Has he gone again?
Has he gone, has he?
I think he's got internet trouble.
That's all right. We'll come back to him then. Matt, is there anything on you that's jumping at you? You said you had that Armor of God, didn't you, by there? That's a Blu-ray release.
Yeah. Okay, I still haven't watched it. It's many years ago I've seen it, but I do need to get round to watching that.
Cool.
The Burning Sea. Now, that's a Norwegian film. Now, it's by the makers of The Wave and The Quake.
The Quake,
now, if you like disaster films, and again, I've just done a review of these.
Okay.
They're fantastic. Really, really good films. I mean, they're subtitled Norwegian, but really, really good films. I really enjoyed watching them. And if you look on YouTube, you can find the first film to watch without any adverts, and then the second film, The Quake, is on Amazon Prime, but it's like a free It's got adverts, but there's like literally like a 20-second advert in the middle of the film, and that's it.
Oh,
but really good films to watch. And
I remember when the Wave came out, actually. So yeah, I heard it was good.
Yeah, I preferred The Wake actually, but they're really engaging film. Brilliant, really. I really enjoyed them. And The Burning Sea, I think AJ's picking that, or he's picked that one up. It's not the same family, but I think it's the same director, but it's all set on an oil rig, I think.
Yeah, I think I seen AJ's video when he talked about it, because I remember I wanted to see The Wave, but it went to the back of my mind until I seen AJ talking about it.
It's on YouTube. You can see it for free on there.
One of those things I go around to.
Yeah.
Anything else then? What, Billion Dollar Brain, 1967? I think would be your scene, no?
No, nothing else on there.
What's this Hurt Locker here? Is this a steelbook of some sort? So this is a Lionsgate steelbook, but we're on the UK, so this can't be like a Best Buy or anything.
I think that's a Zavvi. I think that's a Zavvi.
Yeah, does it say? Zavvi, you're right. Yeah.
Oh dear, I really need to stop.
But that is the same as the Best Buy one, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it looks the same. Yeah, so I hope they do start the trend line, because I see some of those Best Buy ones, and I think, I wish I lived over in America. But
yeah, I've got a few of them. I've imported a few of the Best Buy ones: Terminator 2, Punisher, Dread, and La La Land.
Oh, that Punisher one was nice, fair dues. So did you say you're going to grab this, Matt? Or
no? Again, not really a film that sort of appeals to me, but I've heard it's well regarded, The Hurt Locker. But
yeah, I've seen the film. It is a good film. I reckon it'll work well on 4K as well, especially with a good Dolby Atmos with the bombs going off. But I just didn't know it was coming out.
Oh, he's gone again.
Oh dear. I'll be back in a sec.
Oh, I'm going to honestly now. So The Hurt Locker, pretty good, I suppose. Do you say you get this, AJ? You've got a few of the others, so you picked this one up?
No, I've never actually seen The Hurt Locker. I've got it on Blu-ray. I picked it up in Poundland.
Oh, right, okay.
But I got around to watching it.
Sweet. All right, I'll just do a quick 2 comments, because Radley said ages ago about coming across a live stream. Nice one. Any big horror releases on the horizon? So I'm waiting for The Witch. I am on the horror-related releases. I don't know when it'll finally come out. And just keep saying about anyone interested in getting those child play movies in 4K. So I know Paul talked about that earlier. Do any of you order from America Screen Factory? I know they can be about £30 to 4K, £35 to 4K. Would you be getting Chucky, Pete?
No, not really, because I don't order from abroad. But if I did get a 4K, I'll probably look into it, especially the first one, because I do like the first one.
They do some wicked slipcovers on them, but they're sort of doing 3 sort of sets, I think, with different prices. And I think if you buy the more expensive one, you get an alternate slip, which is like way better than the normal slip. So they just got you by the balls every time for spending your money. I got to be fair. AJ, would you branch out and go across the pond to grab a couple of Chucky 4Ks, or are you happy with your Blu-rays? Or
no, I'm quite happy. I'll stick with the Blu-rays for them. As much as I like them, and I do like them, I wouldn't watch them enough to warrant a 4K copy.
I do love the second one. It's one of my favourite movies of all time growing up, but it's just, what's the point in buying one of them? I might get them though. I know as soon as I see Keith do a video on them and open them, that'll be it. I'll want them. But so I'm never saying never on there. But Matt, not something you'd be interested in, is it, mate? Or?
No, not really. No, it's not really. Again, I'd probably watch them if they're on the TV or something, but it's not films I would actually pick up myself.
No.
Good stuff. All right. Matt, I was talking to you anything here. Would you be into nothing like this Tiger Cage trilogy or this Giallo Essentials? They wouldn't be top of your shopping list, no?
No, nothing really there standing out for me.
All right, then, AJ, I was going to start with you, mate, but your internet cut off, so I was saying you might be interested in this. Yeah, no worries, mate. But we thought you might be interested in this Green Lantern. Is this something you'll be picking up?
Yes, I will get the Green Lantern film. I do like the DC animated movies.
Yeah.
Burning Sea that you was talking about, I've already got that on 4K.
Oh, nice. From Germany or something? Or
it was from abroad. I don't know what. I'm not sure what region I got it from.
No, fair enough, mate. No worries.
But it was based on how good I found the other two.
Yeah.
And the trailer for it looks really good. And I like a good disaster film. So I bought 4K.
Have you got the other two to go with the set now? Quake and The Wave?
Yeah. And I don't know what else is out.
Not the same family, though, is it?
That was a bit of a letdown.
Which one was the letdown? Sorry, mate.
The Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock one.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that in the 4K. Sorry.
That was. I won't be getting that. That was.
No.
That was a turn off after 20 minutes, or
no, I watched it all.
Dear.
And it could have been, it should have been a good film. It should have been a decent film, but it wasn't.
Fair enough. Pete, it doesn't strike me as a film you might definitely love, but it strikes me as a film you may watch. So have you seen Lost City? Or
I haven't seen it yet, but I definitely do want to watch it. I'll probably try and watch it on streaming. I won't probably get it on physical. I heard the 4K only comes with the 4K disc. You don't actually get the Blu-ray with it.
There's a lot of that happening now, mate. I've got to be honest, which is no good for people who want to build a 4K collection ready for when they make the jump, but need the Blu-ray now. So, they're losing out really there.
Yeah, and they still charge the same price.
Oh, mate, honestly, the cases are being made thinner, the Amaray cases. God, it's just you're paying more and you're getting less, but it's just the way of the world, and that's what the world's like.
Yeah,
Matt, have you seen this Lost City? Or
I have, yeah. No, never again.
Oh, right, that bad.
That bad.
They don't even advertise Brad Pitt on the cover, but doesn't he steal the film? Like, I don't know, he steals the trailer. So.
No, not really. I mean, like AJ said, it should be on paper. It should be a good film, but no, it didn't really sit well with me.
Yeah, I
won't be revisiting.
Brad Pitt was good in it, but he's only got an extended cameo. And the chemistry between Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum is
just not there, is it?
No, and originally it was actually meant to be. They wanted Ryan Reynolds for the part. It was meant to be Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
but
could he have saved the film? You think? Or
well, he's got good chemistry with Sandra Bullock because they've done that film before. The Proposal.
I remember that one. Yeah, that's funny. But
no, it's quite a flat story. It's very Romance in the Stone.
Yeah,
but not as good. Not as good.
No, they ever. But I get those sort of vibes from it. The only time I would watch that is, if I was forced to watch a film with my wife, I suppose she would choose it. But it would be something I would choose. Still on you then, AJ, really, mate? What about anything else? Phantom of the Opera, I think that looks like some sort of British comedy. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
No, there's nothing else there that jumps out at all.
Criterion release from 1955, summertime. Gosh, lost on me.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, then. Well, I think we're just about there then. We've covered most of it. That's about the lot, really. So not a killer month, really. Any highlights you can think that we've talked over just quickly that 100% get in, Pete?
I remember that TV series. Sorry, The Invisible Man. Do you remember that, AJ? Ian McKellen.
Oh wow, 1975, 1976.
Yeah, that's old one.
Yeah, remember that. Yeah,
cool.
Good series that was actually.
It might be worth getting. They might have done a good job on it. What's that company that release all the British shows? Network, is it? I've never bought
Network.
any of
Yeah,
stuff, but they do good work.
They do great job with their transfers. They do.
Not too expensive either, from what I've been told. But
no.
Yeah. So just going back to what I was saying, then highlights. I can't even remember half the things we talked about. I suppose the set I'm looking forward to the most will be the Tenebrae one, even though I'm not madly looking forward to the film, and maybe Red Sonja. AJ, is there anything here that you really like? I'm trying to think of a polite way of saying it, but frothing at the gash to get your hands on you? Or...
Well, it's that Doctor Who one primarily.
Doctor Who, yeah, definitely, mate, for sure. That looks a nice one. Oh, sorry, Pete, I was going to ask you as well. Anything, mate, there that, which one are you like desperate for?
Probably the Get Carter set, Doctor Strange, and maybe the Beatles set.
Nice. And Matt, is there anything you're mad for really now this month, or?
Well, that Red Sonja Steelbook does look nice, I must admit. I'm very tempted by that. So that Batman 89 Returns, I do like the look of the sets, but I will have to wait for them to come down in price. But yeah, it's just really those three things that I'd be interested in this month if I did pick them up.
Cool. Yeah. All right, then that's fine. All right, then. So Keith did ask a question. I don't want to not answer it quickly. We did speak about it earlier when someone else put it in the questions. But what movies would we like to see come to 4K? Just give me two. I'd start. I want to see the Monster Squad on 4K, and I want to see. I don't know. I'd like to see an old karate film I used to watch, Best of the Best with Eric Roberts. I don't know if people are familiar with that film. I'm not sure you'd ever get a 4K mind, but off the top of my head, that's a film I would like to see again in good quality. Yeah. Pete, anything different from what you said earlier? I can't remember. I know we talked about the Abyss and thing.
The Dirty Harry franchise.
Dirty Harry collection, yeah. Yeah, happy days. Matt, I know we spoke about this earlier. Are you sticking with the Abyss and Terminator, or you want to talk about anything else?
I would like to see the 4 Bruce Lee films. Well, actually, Enter the Dragon as well. Actually, the 5 Bruce Lee films all come out on 4K.
Yeah,
so I love those films.
Yeah. Awesome, mate. Enter the Dragon. Yeah, I'd be all over that, mate. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
All right, AJ, and you. I know we said the Abyss earlier and the Terminator. Anything else you can think of? Now you've had a bit of time,
those two go without saying. But I would say I'd like to see Sylvester Stallone's Judge Dredd get a 4K release.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it's not a great film, but it does look good. And I'd like to see how that looked. And another one I'd like to see is Dick Tracy.
With Warren Beatty, great film. And Madonna, awesome film.
I think that would look, the colours, because of the colour palette of it. Comic book.
Oh, yeah, the characters are great in that as well. The makeup and everything would look awesome. I remember I seen that film in the cinema. I went to go and watch Gremlins 2 with my dad. And I always remember they wouldn't let me in for Gremlins 2 because it was like a 12. And the only other film to watch was Dick Tracy. And I loved it. Like, I went to watch it and I was like, oh my God, the character Mumbles.
Yeah.
I always remember him, Mumbles. Like, have you seen that, Pete, Dick Tracy?
I don't think I've seen it, no.
Oh, awesome film, mate. Awesome film.
Oh, it's another one to add to the ever-growing watch list.
Yeah, definitely. All right, then, chaps, thanks for your company tonight. And I have to leave it there. I've overrun a little bit anyway, but hope you all had a nice time, and I'll definitely do it again at the end of the next month. So if you want to join again, that'll be great. So thanks a lot, Pete.
No problem. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks a lot, Matt.
No problem. First time stream for me, so yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's really good.
Wouldn't have known, mate. You're a natural.
Don't know about that, but
yeah. And I'll obviously thank the main man, the man whose face I see more than my wife's with all the content he puts out. AJ, thanks a lot, matey.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, anytime, mate, anytime. And Keith has just put one last question in, so I don't want to be rude. So it says, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Terminator has been announced for 4K. I don't know. Wow. Anyone know? Or
I don't know, but if it's coming out on 4K, we're going to be
we're all over it.
I think there's been rumours about it, definitely. So probably has been.
And they can't mess up the artwork.
That's a classic, absolute classic.
Yeah, the artwork they'd have to nail.
I think I heard rumblings, but I think it was around April the 1st, so I don't know how serious I took it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But I mean, it must be primed for a 4K release at some point. It's just as
must
and when.
Be. Yeah, it has to be, doesn't it?
Cool. All right, then, guys, I can't fault you all again for coming on this stream. First live one I've ever done. So it's nice to get some big names because, I wasn't sure how it was going to go when I was asking people. So thank you all again. I'll catch you soon.
Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, enjoyed it.
Take it easy.
Cheers.
Take it